All right, everyone. Thank you for your time, and thank you again, AO Mecha. That was an awesomely fun little stream. And now we're going to throw it over to our next presenter. I've been watching you for a hot minute, Pat, so I'm really excited to have you on board for this. Pat Bear is joining us for the next few hours, and let's see what ends up going on here, because you were talking about doing some trading card packs along with your building stuff today, right?
Yes, that is correct. Yes, that is correct. That every $50 raised, once I start I will. So now we're at $3,010. So now we're at $3,060. When we hit $3,060, I will open a random pack of trading cards from movies. Oh,
I fixed it. It was on my end.
On my end.
I fixed it.
I fixed it.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, chat. And also thank you. So I have. Movie, television, movie, anime, so I guess television, and actual trading card games.
Okay, what's
packs, random packs. One from the year 1991, and that's the earliest.
Yeah,
pack.
No, that whole stream was actually a fucking blast. That went really, really well.
2019. Which is the most recent. And so I have 11 packs. I would love to raise $550 in this stream in the next 3 hours. And every time, as I said, we hit that $50, I'll open a random pack on stream. And then if we raise more than that, I owe you packs, and I will make a YouTube video where I open more packs. But I didn't want to buy more than 11, so there we go. But yeah, we'll have folks joining us, most likely while I am on air. You will see, you're seeing my name up there in the Discord. You'll see other names join us as well. And I'm going to go to the overhead to talk about that. You can see that, and I'll move my mic out of the way. Hi, my name is Pat Bear. If you don't know me, I build model kits and Lego sets on my Twitch channel. My chat loves to talk about anime and wrestling, or I like to talk about those things, and my chat comes along for the ride. They're very nice and accommodating. So yeah, we'll get going. Oh, and also, some of my friends are here. That's so nice. So people from my chat are throwing in the emotes, which is really nice. And yes, I'm working on the Wodom Pod, as mentioned. I should probably say that. The Wodom Pod is, this is from Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise. But you may recognize it from Turn A Gundam, because as you know, the build series is just like, hey, here's a bunch of things. Oh, and we already got our first Aristophan just nailing it right out of the park, being like, no, you're going to open a pack of cards. So we're going to get right into pack opening because we hit our first goal there. Wait, yeah, right? We did that. Yes, it hasn't updated yet, but it will. So now my math is already bad. My math is already bad, which it shouldn't be. So that's 14, right? That'll be the next one, right? If my math ends up being terrible, you just tell me. Or 310. That's what we got to do. Wow, I'm starting this off awesome. I'm doing a great job immediately. Anyway, we got $50 donated. So it's time to open a pack of cards. I'm looking over here. We'll get into some Wodom there. I'm seeing some friendly faces in the chat. That's awesome. Okay. So we're going to open this pack of Death Watch 2000 cards. Oh yes, also if someone could update the overlay, that's fine, but that'd be okay.
I'm sure Jason's going to get that in a second.
Yes. Now, what is Death Watch 2000? Well, Continuity Comics was an imprint, is an indie comic publisher, and they made a crossover event in 1993 called Death Watch 2000. That's right. These are 1993 cards, and it was called 2000. You may best know Continuity Comics for Captain Bucky O'Hare. And yes, so what I did was I went onto Amazon and bought the cheapest cards I could find with Amazon Prime shipping, and then I went to a local card shop and bought a bunch of other random things as well. So I don't know anything about these cards, but I will talk about them. Okay, so we have Stunning Underworld Beauty. I don't know anything about these cards. I'm very excited about this. Evil Elementals. Evil Elementals. There we go. I gotta turn them around so you can see them.
God, this is painfully 90s.
Yeah, this is so early 90s. Ooh, no. Somebody's Last Hope. Like, it's also really funny because I'm like, Hellcat? Is it Hellcart's Last Hope? I don't know. These are phenomenal. They're very, very great. I'm really excited about these things. A way to order comics, which is great for your cards. We've got. Oh, this is a something. Yes, okay. This is like an action pose.
Is this a game or is it just collectibles?
So these are collectibles, I believe. I believe these are numbered, and they are meant to get to trade with your friends, that form of the trading card, and to promote these crossover comics. Horror's Narrow Escape. So if you had read this comic, you'd be like, oh, I remember that classic scene. I'm very excited about this.
Pat, maybe just bring them like a little bit closer to the camera.
Oh yeah, I can get a little. We'll get a little close here. Oh, not with that one. Well, you know what? Whatever. It's 9 p.m. here, so let's look at this card. Just says hostage. This card just says hostage. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. But yes, thank you for the donation at the very beginning of the stream. It was very nice. Inches from death. Inches from death. I don't know anything about Deathwatch 2000, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy a pack of cards. Hey, this character kind of looks like Storm. This is kind of Storm. And there we go. Yes, this was definitely 1993. So that's our first pack, and I have other packs. Do I have any more Deathwatch 2000 cards? No, thankfully. But I've got a bunch of other stuff, as I said, there, and at least several of these are for a trading card game. All right, so we're going to get into building the Wodom Pod. Now, the plan of attack tonight is I have 3 hours, and my goal is to complete the build and then panel line when we're done. So I cheated a little bit. I cheated a very small amount, which is I did these stickers right here. You don't know what this piece is from. You'll see it at some point. But these stickers, I can show you the sheet here. They were very tiny. These were incredibly tiny stickers. And I made the choice not to do them with 145 people watching. Which I feel like maybe you can relate. I was just like, you know what I don't want to do? Really intricate sticker work. I just didn't want to do that. There's still some stickers, so don't worry, we'll do that. But we'll get into building this, and we'll just kind of go as we go. For those that don't know me, as I said, I build model kits and I build Lego sets. I am, ooh, we're getting a little fuzz there. Sorry about that. Hopefully that will not be a consistent issue. I used to exclusively build stuff that I really loved from the world of Gundam and other properties, and then I ran out of kits, so I just started building stuff that looked cool. But looking at this kit, I was like, oh, I had this in my backlog, and it felt like an odd little kit that I could build in 3 hours. So that was the goal. Remember, folks, when we hit $310, $3,110, I can say words, $3,110, I open another pack of cards. You don't have to donate $50. You can donate $5 and be entered into win prizes. It's cumulatively, that is the next goal, is hitting that. So that is just a way to encourage you to donate for a good cause. Also, the prizes that are available are ridiculous. You may have seen that they are quite excellent prizes. And there are prizes each day, which is rad. Also, there's at least one company that donated money that I hadn't heard of, Hopefully everything is cool. So I do apologize. Yeah, well, we can blame Jason, but it was probably me. This is probably, unfortunately, me.
Blame Jason.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah. But that was probably me. I did see in OBS, I did have a bleep there of orange light instead of the green light. So that's not great. Speaking of Jason,
There he is. Sup,
That's
boss?
me. I'm a
Alright.
person that exists.
all right.
That's the person that exists.
Welcome, everybody. I just learned today how to do this so that people who are talking in Discord show up in OBS. I knew that was a thing, but I don't play Among Us, so I didn't have to use it.
You're not doing them VTuber collabs, so you don't need to know about the
Yeah.
Soon TM.
Yeah.
soon.
Soon TM.
Soon TM. Just saying, if you guys need VTuber models, hit me up.
Shameless plug.
I mean, cool.
Time to plug your stuff.
Yeah.
I think even you might have a challenge making me look.
Challenge accepted.
All right. Hey, we're gonna do our first stickers that actually are gonna happen.
Stickers.
We'll get in there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, these are. So this is the high grade. So the stickers are big because they're making up. Yeah, they're making up a lot of work that otherwise would go, layers of plastic, and who wants that? Yeah. Let's see. So 4 and okay, great. So we'll just release here.
Chat says most of the Discord voices are coming in quiet.
Oh. Okay.
That's something on Jason end that Jason can figure out.
I can.
Keep going, Pat Bear.
Okay.
You're doing good. Keep
I can.
streaming.
I could also
Focus
increase.
on your model, kid.
I could also increase my desktop audio if that would help.
Focus on the stickers, Pat Bear. You're doing
Okay.
fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let the tech stuff be our problem.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
in a different world when I didn't live in a state that doesn't have what I used to do for a living anymore. Tech solutions were part of my job. So
Yeah. In a different world, this entire event would be in person.
Oh,
and
hell
you'd be
yeah.
helping Jason build a Mechanicore kit. But you're doing very well right now with your Wodom Pod.
$5
Thank you very
donated. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Danny Rivera. I'm in the U.S. Thanks for the cool Gunpla stream. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That is a good reminder, folks. If you are outside of the United States or Canada, and you are going to donate, make sure that you let somewhere in there. Maybe it's in the messages a fine enough spot, but please note that because there are some giveaways that unfortunately are U.S. and Canada only. Not a lot of them, but some of them. And you'll just make Jason's life a little bit easier, and that's great because it's a lot happening. So feel free to do that. All right, so we have put our black stickers on here that are really gonna, make this kit sing when all is said and done. This kit is from the year 2000. It is all new parts, which is nice and refreshing in a high grade to not have anything recycled. No polycaps on this kit, which is also nice. And one of the poses on the box is this kit doing a karate kick, and that's just the best.
Wodom Pod, really cool.
Yeah, the Wodom Pod is just great. So there's some transformations in this. They say it has a high-speed flight mode, and I never bought that, but whatever.
The Wodom Pod was one of those things that, like, when I started watching Re-Rise, I was like, really?
Yeah.
But it kind of grew on me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Look.
In part because May.
Oh, we did get another donation.
In most part because May's
Yeah.
amazing.
May's amazing.
Exactly. That was amazing.
Thank you for the
Man,
$5 donation, Blixion555. Appreciate that very much. Yeah, so this came out, last year, and it's a fine little kit. You know, like, look, here's the real thing. No other show outside of Gundam Build Divers, maybe Fighters as well, are you going to see a reference to anything from Turn A. So, you know, does it have a mustache? No, but it's still good.
I think Build Fighters Try had a black Turn A at some point.
Yeah, and I think in
Beach
like,
episode.
Beach
in
episode,
original
yes.
Fighters, there was like the Turn A Shin.
Yes.
That's from manga.
That was side story manga.
Yeah, side story manga.
Yeah.
You know, that got animated. I am sure of that.
No.
I want to say the Turn A is in the background as just Gunpla, maybe. I think it's in one of those, like, in the store. It's been a while.
It's been a hot minute. I
Yeah.
need to rewatch Build Fighters. It's so good.
I do like it. All right, so yeah, so we're just doing some assembly here, nice and easy, no big deals.
Oh no, it's from the photo novel only. Never mind what I said.
Oh, okay, there you go. So yeah, if you want to see that, you gotta read the manga. I am at the point now where I have been doing this long enough that I just buy kits that are interesting to me. So it's that thing where I'm just like, people are like, hey, what's this from? And I have to say, it's from the mobile game that came out to support Iron-Blooded Orphans. There are 2 kits from a mobile game.
That didn't come out
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Mobile game that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Soon.
And
Soon it'll happen.
And it's just like,
Wish.
what? And it's like, I don't know what to tell you, folks. I'm building this kit. It looks rad. I really like Iron-Blooded Orphans, and so I'm excited to build another one of those. But it's just, yeah, I don't know. You end up like building stuff from video games and manga and photo spreads from magazines that are, and you're like, sure, I'll build this white Zaku 2 that's from like a book about designs they didn't use in Gundam.
Yeah.
I mean, this is how we got Sentinel stuff, and that stuff is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, on that topic, the one thing like the other day I found something. Hold on. I need to search up the full name of it. Like,
While you do that, I want to say just one quick thing about Sentinel. Modern high grades when?
Oh, yes.
Give me a modern XS, please.
Just buy the Master Grade.
Is the old kit really that far out of date? Like, it's probably still solid. It's got that old charm of the old high-grade kits. Like,
It doesn't transform, it doesn't parts for.
Yeah, it's just a statue.
but yeah, actually, I have found it.
Pretty much just a
A
statue.
manga. Cyber New Type Story Mad Wang 1160. It plays 1,000 years after everything else in UC, and the mobile
Sorry,
kits in it look like a mix between Alita, Battle Angel, and Eva. I want to know more of this.
Okay.
Okay, no, links now. I have no idea what you're talking about. I need to see this.
Hold on, that's the wrong server.
Nope, we got another donation. $100 from Lashbrook. That's from my community. Hey, Lashbrook, thank you so much for donating $100. That rules. Which is, yeah, that's awesome. Saying, crack them packs, Pat, in the U.S. Thank you, Lashbrook, for saying you're here in the United States. So that is, yeah, we're going to get 2 more packs opened up here. Folks, if you're just joining us, folks, every $50 donated during the stream from the original means that I open a pack of cards. So I have to update this to 210. Okay, we've got, alright, so we've got the biggest pack of cards here, and I believe the most recent. And then we've got, I believe, the oldest pack of cards. And we're going to start, with Batman Returns. These are 15 premium movie cards. Which is just nonsense. Let's see. Do I have facts for this? These are 1991, so the oldest cards that I have. You may be able to see there that these are made by Topps, and that just I don't know that I just appreciated that because they make baseball cards and then also Batman cards.
And Clone Wars.
Yes, yes.
They made a lot of Clone Wars back when that was big.
All right. Well, we immediately start with a scene of the Penguin. So we're gonna go there. Penguin doing their thing there. Penguin's there, doing stuff.
I've got a question for you, Pat.
Yes.
That always happens whenever you open cards.
Mm-hmm.
What do the cards smell like?
Okay.
Ooh, that's an interesting question.
Because that's something, when I open like Magic the Gathering cards or something, they got a trademark smell. I want to know how these cards smell.
Yes.
It's key to the card opening experience.
Yeah, it is.
This is again, yes. To be clear, this is him running for mayor. We've got Batman and Catwoman touching each other. I want to say that I'm trying to also these are very glossy, and my overhead light is having trouble with them, so I apologize for that. There's a gloss here, and that is kind of what I smell a little bit. There's a little bit of a staleness. These are cards that were, sold in 1991. So that's a very long time ago. That's 30 years. Batmobile, classic Batmobile. And I just like, I just like Michael Keaton's like very subdued Bruce Wayne. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, those moves are good.
You know what else is good? Is this another $100 donation that I see in the chat? Did you guys call that out?
We talked about Lashbrook's donation, yes.
Yeah, Lashbrook.
Yeah, we're opening 2 packs because of that $100 donation, which is fantastic. Lashbrook,
I love it.
a early and consistent supporter over on my channel. Thank you,
That's
Lashbrook,
awesome.
for that.
Thank you.
Been hyping up there. More, if you like the Penguin, this pack is excellent. Also, if you like Catwoman, very good pack for Catwoman. Let's see what we got going in here. We got an action scene. The Penguin making an appearance. Dan DeVito doing his thing. Oh, this is. We got another donation of $10. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Love the Penguin.
Look, I don't know what I'm going to do with these cards. I'm keeping this. The Penguin, the giant rubber ducky. Like I said, I got a bunch of cards here. I don't know what I'm going to do with some of them. But I'm keeping this. This might go in my wallet. I don't know. This is pretty great.
Yeah. Giant rubber ducks were interesting.
Penguins, just battle penguins, and fireworks to make the scene look more important.
Yeah.
And interesting. Batman beating up goons, just beating up some goons. Catwoman and Batman doing their thing. Again, these are glossy, so I do apologize. This Catwoman that looks very similar to another Catwoman photo. It is, because also I have this card again. There are duplicates, so I can trade with my friends.
Yeah.
But also now I got one to display and then one to keep. Another Rocket Penguins, and then another Batman has defeated goons. So many dupes. Yes, there were quite a few dupes in this one, which is fine. Now we're going to open the newest pack. Information I can tell you about this is Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy, The Siege. And one of these cards is huge, which is why the packaging is so big. This is from 2019. I don't know why one of these cards is so big, but it is. Also, there's like other.
We love big cards.
It literally has these giant, like, look at it. It has 2 of these. Like, hey, check out our line of stuff. Which honestly, like, since it's such a big bag, that's pretty cool. That they're like, protective.
They're the protective sleeves.
Yeah, they're basically the sleeves. Yeah, so that's not bad. I'll take that.
I respect that.
Yeah. We don't really need those. Our big card is Major Prowl, which is cool. That's a big card. I don't know. I would assume that having big cards is terrible. Harold donated $20. Thank you so much, Harold. Really appreciate that. We are so close to opening another pack immediately. And I have several more. So we got Private Stakeout. And I'm going to be honest, I don't remember who Stakeout is. But there we go. It's cool. It's a shiny. We got our shiny card. And now we can get into the actual cards, which again are in a package within a package. Big robot cards, indeed.
I love big robots.
I had
Yeah.
a big robot once. It was okay.
And after all that, we have like literally just like 6 cards after all those other cards.
Six cards.
Defensive formation, which look, do I know how to play this game? No. Will I learn? No. Diagnosis. It's a diagnosis card. I'm sure that's helpful. Smoke Cloak, which is just fun to say. Oh no, do I have... Oh no, I apparently have some of my other Streamlab emotes still on, or Streamlab things still on, so sorry. Compact Shield, which is cool. Rock Toss. This is another fun thing to say. There's nothing great about these, I'll admit. The big card is the best part. And then, oh, this is kind of cool. This is a card you apply to other cards. Ultra Magnus Armor. And Ultra Magnus is cool, so I'll take that. But yeah, this is definitely the best card, the foil Private Stakeout. Best card game I ever found was when I was working at a game store. The boss had me opening a bunch of old unsold cards to see if anything was worth sticking on eBay. You found a Billy D. Williams signature Lando card, a pack of Star Wars cards. That's pretty great. I would love that. All right. So we opened our packs. We are $10 away from me stopping what I'm doing to open more packs. Lastbrook says this game was canceled. What's up?
We're going to stop opening packs? What?
I know, right? Look.
I can't believe it.
We're gonna stop opening packs to open more packs.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You can prevent this tragedy. Chat.
Lashbrook says this game was canceled already. Lashbrook, I fully...
It's not.
Oh, no?
They're still posting like model or like assets every other week.
Okay. Now, maybe competitive play has been canceled due to, the world.
There was never... Oh, you mean the car? You mean the card game? I thought we were still talking about the iPad game.
Oh, no.
I'm an idiot.
No. No,
Wow.
we were talking... Wow, that was a while ago. No, we were talking about the card game for... once again, let me look up the full name of this. Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy The Siege.
Whoa.
Okay, the TCG is dead. Final set was confirmed in July. Dang, that's not that old, y'all.
Oh, no.
All right, this has got a sliding action, so we'll put that there. Get some dark colors here. Now we got to put the lid of our Wodom Pod there. Again, I have more cards, various things. And then I went to buy 1 pack of cards, and they sent me 3. So I took the other 2 out so that I don't do them like back-to-back or anything. Those will be like the last 2 packs we open. Because Yes.
So Pat Bear, I know something else.
Yes.
Earlier, I noted that part of the fundamental card opening process was the smell of the cards.
Yes.
You haven't told me the smell of the cards.
I hadn't. I mean, these are recent. This is 2019, so we'll give these a whiff here. It's a really fun game. Oh, I mean, these cards look cool, and I like Transformers. Yeah, these smell new. I would describe these as new. There's nothing to it. I do appreciate that these cards feel like I can say the feel of it is. I don't feel like I'm going to get a paper cut on these cards, and I feel like I can pick them up off a table pretty easy, which is important if you're not going to sleeve your cards. Because I don't know I don't know how you do. Some people sleeve, some people don't.
And part of the reason why I ask is because anytime I play Magic the Gathering and open new card packs for that, there's a smell associated with opening Magic the Gathering cards. So I was wondering if this kept through to these Transformer cards or any of the other things you're going to be opening tonight.
Yeah, my memory says that Magic is kind of unique in that way. I don't want to say the brand that also I remember having a smell, because that brand or that card game is a pack that we are going to open. So I don't want to say, but one of my memory of this particular card game when I played it was that these cards did have a smell as well. So we shall see. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, not knowing what packs you're going to be opening, clearly I'm going to guess it's going to be Duel Masters.
Okay. I've got a bunch of stuff. One pack of cards is like 25 cards, and I was like, what is this?
25 cards in a single pack?
Something like that. Yeah, it must have been a booster, but I didn't know it was a booster when I bought it. I don't know.
Well,
but it's a lot.
Well, even still, a booster pack of 25 cards?
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot of cards in a booster pack.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Magic the Gathering isn't addictive, because it totally is.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I stopped playing trading card games was just because I was like, well, you have to have a game that you like or that you are obsessed with, and then you have to have people who also want to play that thing and are around your level of obsession or interest. And I had that for Magic when I first moved to New York years and years ago, because there was a place you could go called Newgrounds. Newgrounds, you were the best. It was a place where you could just play card games, and and there were tournaments for all kinds of things. And then they sold boosters for the new things. They did like pre-releases for things, and then also they sold snacks. And it was incredible.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome, Ironhide. Happy to see you here. It was just unbelievable. I missed that place. It was such a great idea. But when that closed, I was like, I have to stop playing card games because I don't know where to go.
Yep. Yeah, one of my cousins got out of Magic just because there was nobody else near him that played it.
Yep.
And it was interesting because I sort of introduced Magic to my set of friends, and then, like, even though I drifted out of it, two of them sort of stuck with it, and some of them ended up finding other friends that still played it, and now I sort of look back on that and I'm like, I can't believe I did this to you. Why do you still play this when I don't?
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
Yeah. At least they're having fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Yep.
Yeah, if they're enjoying it.
The cardboard, the rush of opening new cardboard sleeves for Magic the Gathering, and then I got into plastic cracks. So, congratulations on graduating from Magic the Gathering to plastic. Hello, Wodom Pod.
Yes, indeed. For me, it was a friend of mine was like, hey, you used to play card games. I'm getting into Hearthstone. Do you want to, like, get into Hearthstone and, like, learn together? And I was like, yes, I do. And then, like, 3 months later, he was like, I hate this. And I was like, I don't hate this at all. So that's a thing that I play almost every day.
Yeah.
Because I occasionally put a little bit of money into it, but rarely do I put a lot of money into it. And, you know, it's fun and nonsense, and I get my card fix without having to have big binders of things.
Yeah.
Alright, so how does this go together? This goes on back here.
Well, obviously it goes together very carefully.
It goes together in a spot that I wasn't... in the spot that I didn't think was right, but is right. So, you know. That is what it is. But the nice thing for me about keeping this a hobby going with Gunpla and Lego and various other things is wanting to consistently stream. So it's like, okay, well, if I'm going to do this 3 times a week, I have to always have model kits to build and Lego to put together. Makes it easy. Once you start treating a hobby like another job, then suddenly it's not hard to constantly be putting effort into it.
Yeah. Well, part of the other thing with Gunpla that I think is nice is that even if you don't show up with a new kit, there's some sort of project or something you could be doing on a kit you've already built. Like, you could be panel lining it, or you could be hand painting it, or you could be planning modifications, or there are many things you can do with a kit after you build it itself, compared to cards where you open them up and that's like, what happens next? Oh, well, I built a deck. Okay, but then what? Well, I gotta play test it. Okay, but against who?
Yeah. Or like, especially with Magic, where there are like, what if you're really into Commander and your friends don't want to play Commander? They want to play Limited, and suddenly
But I have Urza or
yeah.
whatever his name was from Cold Snap that pulls the enchantments out of my deck and slaps them on my cards.
Or you're like, I've been playing this game so long that the only thing I want to do right now is play Canadian Highlander, and I need to try to get my friends to play Canadian Highlander, and they won't, and I don't know what to do anymore.
I knew about the Highlander, but I didn't know about Canadian Highlander.
Look,
Canadian
I
in
don't
particular.
I don't remember. I know there's a podcast about it. By people, I believe it was called North 100 is the name of the podcast.
Go find out why it's Canadian Highlander.
I was just gonna say, ask me. I don't know anything about card games.
Which?
I watched Yu-Gi-Oh once. I'm sorry.
Which? I'm gonna have to revoke your Canadian license unless in the next 24 hours you show me a picture of you holding a bag of milk.
I like that. I like that chat is both telling me exactly what it is and also lying to me, and I think I know who's lying and who's telling the truth, which is great. But yeah. I mean, it's just the thing with Magic. Yeah, like yeah. Oh, we got another donation. We are gonna put the sticker down, and then I'm gonna open another pack of cards, and I'm gonna read this donation in just a second. I gotta refresh this so they can read it. Okay. Hey, Pat, here's $10 so we can watch another pack. Also, I think I have the weirdest way I found your channel. I followed you because you were doing tech at a show, and the performers shouted you out. Hell yeah. In a unfortunately former life, I was a theater tech for comedy in New York. And occasionally, there were a couple people who were really awesome. Look, there's a really high chance, Chudley, that Matt Little, my good friend Matt, anytime I teched his show, he would end his show with saying, Pat Pear builds model kits on stream. You should follow him. And I love that he did that. It was very weird. He didn't have to. So there's a very good chance that that's how you found me, which is hilarious.
You're so good interacting with the chat and reading donations and stuff. You have showbiz practice.
The highest compliment I have ever received, because I also in somewhat of a former life did a lot of panel production for conventions and also hosted, was that people were just like, you send emails like it's your job, which I was like, yeah, if I'm going to do a panel, I'm going to like tell you where the venue is and when you need to be there. Like, I produce stuff.
Yeah, sounds a lot like Jason sending out ads and notifications for this.
Mm-hmm.
Except competence.
Oh boy,
Whoa.
rude.
Hey now.
Wait, I guess I should tone it down. Jason isn't here to defend himself right now.
Also, just want to say before I open this pack, Chudley does say yes, it was Matt, which is hilarious. I called it. Matt Little, my very good friend and collaborator. I wish there weren't. A lot of the photos of us online are from characters we played in a comedy wrestling show where I was a cop, and I hate that is most of my photos. Oh, and then, oh God, we're opening more, because Ladle's just donated $100, so we're opening 2 more packs.
That's wonderful.
That's awesome. I love that so much. Please. That's why I picked a kit that I thought wouldn't take 3 hours, was so that I could do this. But yes, welcome everybody, and thank you. So we're gonna open this first with the Better Than Ever Superman Return to Superman trading cards. Then we're gonna open Dragon Ball Z Heroes and Villains. So we get our anime in. It's a Dragon Ball. Very excited about that. And then our third pack
Vegeta.
will be this is the first of 3 because I got 3 of these for some reason. Finally, a trading card game. We all know Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters Cross Souls.
Whoa!
So we are gonna open these card packs. Yeah.
Card games on motorcycles.
And I have 2 more packs of that, which we will do at the
Games on
end.
motorcycles.
Card games on the internet. Whoa!
Okay, so we're going to start with Superman. Let me do my brief research on this one, which was this is the Return to Superman trading card pack from 1993. And that is all the information that I found for this. I will say this pack does not want to open. So I am going to use my X-Acto. And then hopefully not cut myself. Be very careful.
It's good that our tools can transfer over from one hobby to
Indeed,
the other.
right? Yes. Some good use of that. Okay, the Return to Superman. We've got... there's Superboy showing off. Superboy showing off there. We've got Armored Protector. That is Steel right there. Steel, the person that they were like, oh, that's definitely Superman, right? Yeah. We've got Ambushed. I'm going to remember the names of the other 2. We got those. Yeah, because I forget I know Superboy and I know Steel. And then there's the other 2. There's like the Cyborg Superman. And then there's like the guy. And I don't remember.
Yeah, the guy. I love the guy.
He's like Eliminator. He's got like a name that you're like, that's not a hero's name. I can't remember what it is. It's something like Eliminator. We've got Shocking Discovery. Look, it's Superboy. Read a newspaper. Is that Lois Lane? I think it is.
Shocking discovery, he can read.
Yes. Battleground, Metropolis. Oh no. There's a fight.
Oh, no.
Things are happening. The article, Superman is back with the cyborg Superman that you're like, hey, is that Superman? But also, I want to say, I really like how cool this card is. This is just the newspaper, Daily Planet. That's a cool card. Truckin' the Truth. We got another donation of $10. Thank you so much for that $10 donation. Appreciate it. We are on our way to opening another pack. And then, oh no, a city annihilated. Indeed.
Superman let that happen? I
Yeah,
can't believe it.
apparently.
It's okay. He'll just run around the earth backwards.
I can't believe Lex Luthor blew up a city.
I believe this is not Metropolis. I believe this is Central City. Got blown up. Yeah.
Oh, well, screw it.
Coast City. This is Coast City, not Central City. Coast City is Green Lantern. Central City is the Flash. I wish I didn't know those facts.
So
Right,
what
and
is
then
the,
Gotham is Batman.
Yes.
What's the North American analog for Central City?
Well, so let's see. So Gotham is New York or Chicago. Yeah, and then
Metropolis is New York.
yes, but also Gotham City and New York are close to each other. Or Gotham City and Metropolis are close to each other. Whatever. I believe Central City. I don't know what Central City is supposed to be, but Coast City, Green Lantern's Coast City, I believe is supposed to be San Francisco, but I don't know what Central City is supposed to be. That might be. Yeah, I don't know. I apologize.
Wichita,
All right.
Kansas. It's Wichita, Kansas.
Okay.
I don't care if it's right. It's Wichita, Kansas.
There you go. All right. So we are now going to open our Dragon Ball Heroes versus Villains cards. What information do I have for you on that?
On Vegeta.
Let's see. This is from 2015. So, okay. This is a card game from 2015. Someone in chat earlier, I apologize, I didn't see, said that this was popular in their store. All right, so we've got. This is what the card looks like on the back, which is cool, because you got Shenlong, and that's just cool. Red Sacrifice, which is an energy card called Red Sacrifice. Just a beam weapon, I guess. Orange Nudge, which is a combat, but has Piccolo on it, looking kind of worried, so that's cool. Oh my god, we got an incredible card right here. We got a anime only, not in the manga, filler episode that people, that wasn't in Dragon Ball Kai, and people were mad that it was cut from Dragon Ball Kai. Orange driving drill. Also, it's possible this wasn't the manga and I'm wrong, but I know it wasn't in Kai, and I know people were pissed off that this wasn't in Dragon Ball Kai.
Wonderful.
Orange driving drill. That
Best episode.
You're gonna put that in a card game? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Namekian chin grab, which is attempting to call it like it's basically a wrestling move. Just Namekian, the Namekian chin grab. You tap out pretty easily to that.
Look. Vegeta frequently does double axe handle, so wrestling moves are totally par for the course.
You're not wrong.
Yep.
Okay. We've got blue, determined attack. But we also have Krillin in street clothes. Fancy white duds for Krillin.
Wait, it's not the one with tacos on his shirt?
No, this is just white buttoned up dress shirt, white pants, black belts. Krillin looking pretty great.
You gotta show off your taco shirt.
We got a level 2 nail card. It's Nail. Here's
I love that's where we both went.
Here's our foil. Blue face crunch. Sometimes you just gotta punch this dude square in the face, because once he's done introducing himself and the rest of the people in his crew, you just want to punch him right in the face.
Yeah.
Raditz.
Look at Jace getting punched.
Yeah, just punch right in the face. Jace getting just completely clobbered. Pretty sure those cards are from the old Dragon Ball Z TCG for 2000, not the recent game. I mean, look, I'll say this. I'll tell you this. The packaging, this is the packaging. This is heroes versus villains. Now, if they recycled old-ass cards, that's one thing. But this is copyright 2015. So,
amazing.
Look, I don't know. I could have gotten duped. But also, if I got older cards, that would be great too. Raditz, offensive guard. So we got Raditz versus Goku right there. Classic. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ten Shinhan's preparation. Ten Shinhan. 10, whose greatest accomplishment is giving a move that later stronger people would use. He came up with a really good game, really good move, and then people were like, yoink.
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 Namekian shocking drill. And look, we're not going to dwell on this. This is not the time and place. I do want to say, we do have a tiny problem in this card, which is Mr. Popo is still a problem. We're not going to get into it. This is not the time and place. I don't have the words for it. I'm just saying, if you want to look up Dragon Ball Beyond the Bot and see a very good explainer about that, about Dragon Ball Z and some stuff, but boy, Yudoya does a great job of explaining it. Beyond the Bot, Dragon Ball, or DBZ, I believe. You can find that.
Mr. Popo will never not be a threat.
Yeah. Black upward dodge. We got Goku versus Frieza, and Frieza looking real like this is not a problem for me.
I love how they specify back and upwards, presuming there's a back and downwards, a back and rightwards, etc.
Yeah, I don't know. And then, we finally got our Vegeta card, which is Black Foreshadowing, which is Endurance 3, Power, Destroy the top. It does stuff. I don't know. It's Vegeta and a bunch of Dragon Balls. That's pretty cool.
Yes, Vegeta wins!
Vegeta insane armor with a bunch of Dragon Balls. Look, Kurosama says that they always hated TCGs that just take screenshots from the media. The thing is, I get it, but also sometimes they just hire people to do new art, and sometimes that new art is incredible. But sometimes that new art gets a whole Tumblr dedicated to how bad it is.
Sometimes you get paid to put a card game out, and there's not enough money to commission artists, so you just sit down with your VHS of Sailor Moon, and you're like, well, it's time to make the donuts.
So if we have to open the other 2 packs of Cross Souls, Yu-Gi-Oh! Cross Souls, which is from 2015, we will do that. And, okay. First off, I mean, these are Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. These are Duel Monsters cards, so some things never change. Very happy about that. Real quick, let's go through these packs. We got Super Heavy Samurai Soul Buster Gauntlet, which is just some cool tech. I hope we find some. I don't know. Let's see. We've got Yoshin Whirlwind, which is a spell card that has a horse in it, so that's fun. I like that. Raid Raptor Lanius, which is a winged beast that has an effect. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know if I'm going to play Winged Beast in 2015, but it's a pretty cool looking card. So, you activated my trap card, which is UA Penalty Box, which there appears to be some sort of creature in the background there wearing a ref jersey, and this is a vaguely hockey looking thing. So, I love that. I very much love that. It looks some sort of like robot hockey card. The spell card. I'm sorry, this is kind of not foilish, but the text is hard to read under this light. Rank up Magic Revolution Force. This is some cool looking art right here. That is some dope art. We got a trap card. Powerful Rebirth. This art, I've been saying this art rules. Yu-Gi-Oh! Art is cool. This is just like a little foil. Oh! Oleku donated $150. Is this your card yet? So now I gotta open 3 more goddamn packs of cards. I love you so much. Thank you very much for donating. This is Zephyr, Swordmaster of the Necros. I definitely said that very wrong. I also don't know what a pendulum is, because it's been a while. All of these names are so extreme. Yeah. Well, here's a card that is not extreme. This looks like a toon card, but it's not. Performable Bow Hopper. And this is some sort of... I mean, this looks like a toon card. This looks like a cartoon card. Yeah. Char, if you want to increase your volume a little bit, that would be rad. Oh, no, you're gone. Never mind.
Yeah.
Char came and
She'll
went.
be back. She's live later tonight.
And then Shadow Doll Zephranaga, which is not, by any looking, does not look to be a good card, but is a cool looking card. And I'm very excited about that. Also, as I said... we now have to hit 3,500. Let's see, 30 in wait. We're at. I have to do math again. We started at 310. So, what would be the next one? We're at 3,470. So the next one would be 3,510. Is the next one that we have to hit to open again.
$40 more.
Yeah. But we are opening 3 more packs because we did get a $150 donation. See, I said that this was like that I had to pick a thing I thought I could finish in 3 hours because of this, and I meant it. All right, so thank you very much, Oleku, for that. Oh, well, we actually have 3 left, and then the last 3 will open. The last 2. We have 2 more cards. which is more Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And then, as I said, if we manage to raise money after that, I will owe you a YouTube video where I buy more cards and open them on a YouTube video. But we're going to check out Indiana Jones, the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. This was a TV show, so we do have one TV show here from 1992. This is a Lucas production. It is, we learn in this, the only thing I remember from this is that we learn why he's afraid of snakes in a scene that I believe eventually is in a movie as well. But it's like the snake's origin story. I did not get any Card Fighter Vanguards. That would have been cool. No, I just got random stuff. Also, the other things we're going to be opening are DC Bloodlines, which I'll talk about that, and then the pack that has all these cards, which is WWE Slam Attack Live. And then also we get to play the game of, do they still work for the WWE or not? Which a joke that I came up with in my head anyway a couple days ago, and then a lot more people got released, and I was like, oh, that's not as funny. But it's 2018, so a lot of people won't be working there.
Yep.
All right, so we've got. So this is the Young Indiana Jones. So this is Young Indy and Lee. And look, do I think this was a racist portrayal? Well, it is 1992, so yes. It's 1992 and Indiana Jones, so probably. If it's not, I'll apologize. I don't remember much about the show. We got Jose. And, there's an explosion that's going to happen here. I feel like if you were watching the show, you were like, hell yeah, I love this. I'm so psyched to have these cards. Like we were with Batman Returns. So people on a boat. Indy and Schwarzweiser off with a gift of goats and food. And they talk about moral choices. So that's fun. Here's Young Indy just looking like just having a good time, doing whatevs. Climbs steps of the Big Goose Pagoda. Okay. He complains to his mother that his head hurts. These facts are great. Wait, is this? Yup. Yes. This is Theodore Roosevelt. An actor playing Theodore Roosevelt in this TV show. Oh, that's good.
If there's any mentor for Indiana Jones, I can't think of anyone better than the Trust Buster, Theodore Roosevelt.
This is...
Dude, did you know that Theodore Roosevelt got shot in the middle of a speech, and he kept giving it, and he's like, well, time to end this speech, I guess I'm going to the hospital.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just like, it takes...
Yeah.
He's like, it takes more than a bullet, or something like that. You'll need more than bullets.
Presidents were built different way back when.
This is somebody that...
Right-hand man, when he died, said death had to take him in his sleep because otherwise it would have been a fight.
Yep.
This is somebody that Indy befriends. Looks like they're going to go into Ka's tomb. Yep, they're getting ready to go into Ka's tomb. Everybody's favorite scene.
Who's Ka again?
Ka is, I believe, that is an Egyptian pharaoh. Because they are in Egypt because of the pheasants. Is this supposed to be... I am 99% sure that I need to get my 3D glasses for this one. Because I believe this is a 3D card. Either that or it's a bad printing, but I'm going to guess it's a 3D card. Yes, let me read for this for a moment, friends. To view Young Indiana Jones three-dimensionally, pull out your Young Indy 3D view from the card pack and punch out the eye holes. And three-dimensionally view Young Indy as he charges through the attack. Pop these out, and then.
Yo, Okay, does anybody remember going to movie theaters where like, oh yeah, we're gonna give you these cards before we show you this film about science and whatever?
Honestly, this is pretty cool. Sorry, this.
I remember Spike in 3D.
Yeah.
Like,
The old 3D. That is pretty cool.
this is pretty rad. Like I don't. That's not. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. There's no way that would work. But that's pretty cool. And then this is ads for things. Hidden treasure. Find the treasure. See back for the checklist. It's just they want you to buy more cards. But there's a 3D card in there. Jaws 3D cards. They're all in 3D. I mean, that sounds great.
Well, of course.
All right.
Jaws 3D.
That was pack 1 of 3 that we had to open. We did have another $10 donation right there. Thank you very much to Daniel for that $10 donation. That rules. Thank you so much for donating. Yeah, we are on our way here to opening more packs. I believe we have to hit $3,510 to open up another one. So let's get into... Okay, Bloodlines. I'm going to tell you about Bloodlines. Bloodlines... I have a follow. Thank you. Sorry. I didn't deactivate my other Streamlabs stuff. Let's see. What can I tell you about... Okay, so DC Bloodlines was a crossover comic to help introduce the New Blood characters in 1993. Do any of these New Blood characters exist in modern times? Kind of. In the New 52, they revamped the New Blood characters in their own little comic, but not really, and also this failed. So these are cards to get you hyped for a crossover event that people did not enjoy in 1993. Like, the thing that I always say is, like, the resources I used to look up more facts about Bloodlines had so little detail, and it's like a database, like a fan wiki database of people who obsess about comics, and none of them were interested in filling this information out. So
Yeah.
that's
No.
yeah. They're like,
Yeah,
I was like, the comic
Yeah.
Vine page for this. Yeah, the comic book Vine page for this was pretty bare, so I was like, uh-oh. Okay.
Yes. But honestly, I'd rather have that than have every article pertaining to it written by one person who's really into shipping and is vastly misrepresenting everything. I've also seen that.
Oh, yeah, you're not wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have the, I would just want to say, poorly named character Mongrel. I just think that's a bad name. It always has been. I'm just going to say that. We've got Sparks, which is a good name for what this character appears to be, which is electric type. Slod. Yikes. Slod. Gonth's Arbiter, which I don't know what's happening there, but there's skulls
These
and
names
stuff.
Or something else.
I mean, this is 1993. The Heart of Gunfire, which I guess is a scene. Hey, this person seems to have some sort of magical wrench that they're shooting fire projectiles out of. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Certainly not the first nor the last time that someone is named Chimera or Chimera. The 90s were a hell of a time, yeah.
90s, man. Who loves comics from
This
the
is-
90s? People like me.
This name does not seem to match the character. It's loose cannon. This just looks like Beast with a jacket. I don't know. But the character's name is Loose Cannon. Not enough pouches. Yeah. Veniv, which is a different character than the one we looked at before. I guess. There's Veniv. And then an action scene called Battle of the Edge, which is two characters fighting, and in the back is you want to collect them all so that you can make a giant photo of a bunch of things. Ironhide, you're not wrong. That does look like a loose cannon. It was just loose cannon is a good descriptor, but maybe not a good name. So we didn't get Hitman, which somebody in chat really wanted. Charlie Cannons really was hoping that I was going to pull a Hitman out.
Yeah. I'd love to see Agent 47.
Yes. All right, now we're going to do our... wow, this set stinks. Look, all right, this is WWE Slam Attacks. That's ATTAX. We got another donation from Santini 35. Thank you, Santini. My chat has been coming through, and I really appreciate that. Again, we are now at 3480, I believe, or 3490. So yeah, $20 more, and we open up one of the other Yu-Gi-Oh packs. I got 2 more packs left to do. We are very not far into this kit. We have finished all the stickers at least, but I got more kit to build.
For something.
Yeah. We got time though. Okay. So again, this was from the year 2015. Or sorry, 2018, I should say. That Yu-Gi-Oh is 15. This is 2018. So we'll go through, and some of these will be characters, some of these will be wrestlers, some of these will be objects. I will say this pack is. I'm having to separate these cards with my fingers. They do not. These are definitely. I mean, I got a bunch of them. These do not want to come apart easily. So that is probably from their poor print quality. But we got our shiny here.
How many cards did they include in this pack?
This is a lot of cards. Let's start with our shinies.
Like 30 cards.
2018, relatively new. You're not wrong. We've got Nia Jax, who is the WWE Women's Tag Team, one half of the WWE Women's Tag Champions, still working there. Nia Jax. We've got Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman still with the company. Fought Shane McMahon at WrestleMania in a match that shouldn't have happened. Didn't need to happen. But we got a shiny Braun Strowman. Somebody's happy.
Okay, look. When this is all done, I can't wait to hear your opinions on modern wrestling. On current wrestling.
Mega prize tickets to WrestleMania, a scratch and win. I'm not doing that on camera. I'm gonna. That I bet does not. I bet that's not valid anymore. But whatever.
Yep.
Oh, we got another donation for Bobby Dice Roller. Donate $200. Bobby Dice Roller, you rule. Thank you so much. I have the original. Let's see. So, I know. Wait, I have to do some math real quick. Let me do some math real quick here, so that I can write down. Okay, so we started. What's up?
Bear, are you seeing the donation message they gave with those?
Not yet. I'm gonna look at it right now. So I had 11 packs at $50. That was $550 plus we started at $30.10. So $356. So anything over that, I'm going to write the new number down there. So look, we are now going to open 2 more packs after this. I'm out of packs after that. But again, I have written down the number that we hit here, and anything beyond $3,560 for every $50 plus that, I will buy more packs and open them. And now I'm going to read this message from Bobby Dice Roller, again from my chat. Thank you very much. Yo, Wodom Pod, I'm going to let you finish, but Yugi had one of the best Millennium items of all time. Bobby Dice Roller coming and swinging.
Man, in like a year or so, you'll be able to build a Millennium puzzle on one of these streams and open Yu-Gi-Oh cards as you do. AKA,
my most popular tweet in the history of me being on Twitter was just being like, hey, this just got announced, and they don't give you instructions on how to complete the puzzle. And people were fucking pardon my language, because this isn't all ages, but people were psyched. And you got to use a swear when you're talking about how psyched people were. Also, people really wanted to tell me, of course it doesn't include instructions. Yeah. And then people want to tell me about the Shadow Realm, as if I didn't know about the Shadow Realm. We've got Trish Stratus and Lita from December 6, 2004. That was the, I believe this is, that was them headlining Raw, which was a huge deal at the time. So that's cool. We got this is from April 7th, 2014. This is the Ultimate Warrior in dress, and we will not say anything else. Hey, we got a trash can. We got a trash can.
Trash can!
It's +3 in attack. Trash can. That's a modifier.
Yeah.
We've
Well, that's gotta be a weapon that they pick up and smash a guy with.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
We've got the NWO Powerhouse, which is the NWO represented here by Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and X-Pac. We've got Undertaker versus Kane, the Rivals card. So I'm working on the Wodom Pod from Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise, but we had to stop because people kept donating money, and now I gotta open packs here. So I'm actually gonna I'm now gonna finish all my packs, so I'm just gonna take these off because I don't want to say anything else. Please donate, but I won't open packs on stream anymore because I only have 2 more to open after this. Raw Women's Championship. That's just what it says on this card. We got our first person who no longer works for the company, which is Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder, no longer with the company since 2020. AJ Styles. We got another NWO card, Powerhouse. Of course, they all have Legends contracts, so that one's so they're fired. Another Undertaker Kane card. Another Zack Ryder card. Another AJ Styles card.
I'm just waiting for Matt McHardy or whoever he is who said it's a dilapidated boat.
Yep. Unfortunately, yes, it just repeats right now. Trash can. NWO Powerhouse. I think we got some of the originals, and now we're just getting some slubs. I honestly feel like this was somebody repackaging these cards. It was sealed, but I feel like I got a repack. Raw's Women's Championship. Zack Ryder. AJ Styles. Can you guess what the next card is?
Hold on.
What do you think the next card is?
I mean, I already see the trash can. But,
It's a trash can. It's a trash can. NWO. Undertaker. Kane.
Man.
Rivals.
You know what would have been a real good kit to build
Raw's
with this?
Championship.
The Gundam Tri-Age, because one of its gimmicks is that it has a card. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Zack Ryder. AJ Styles. Trash can.
Yeah, my boy Trash Can!
NWO Powerhouse. Undertaker versus Kane. You literally can't.
Getting old Zax.
You literally can't play the game with. I don't feel like you could play the game with this booster pack. I mean, I don't know the rules of the game, but I feel like you need more than just a trash can and Zack Ryder.
It's called Trash
Okay,
Can,
but,
not
like-
Trash Cannot.
Yeah.
We got one unique lady, whoever was the Raw
Oh,
women's
well,
tag
we
team
did
half of that
we
championship.
got Nia Jax. We did get Nia Jax, and we also got the which is I think is actually a cool card, the Trish versus Lita, which was the first time women headlined Raw. That they were the last match in Raw for the title, which rules. Yeah. Also, I should say Kane went in the Hall of Fame, so props to Kane for being a Hall of Famer. This is Kane is the mayor of the county I live in. Sistia, yes. Also, Hall of Famer and current mayor.
Right. I forgot he did that.
Yeah, he ran a couple times. This time it stuck.
Unlike Jesse the Body Ventura.
I mean,
where
he was a
he
governor.
the governor of Minnesota.
Yep. All right, we have 2 more packs, and then I have to keep model kit building.
What? That happens on stream? I
Yeah.
can't believe it.
Strategy here to play this deck that we've been playing is take whoever with a trash can to every limb
Yep.
and just go out swinging.
Just slam dunk someone with a trash can.
All right.
It's armor at that point.
Yeah, it's armor.
We got Yu-Gi-Oh cards. These are, this is the... Also, I do appreciate that this says English edition, which is it's just nice for them to put that on there. That's cool. We've got a trap card called Fluffle Crane, which is some sort of crane game-looking trap card.
Yeah.
We got a messed-up-looking trap card, Fiend Griefing, which is some sort of demon elephant style card, which is cool. We got UA Rival Rebounder, which just seems to be some sort of basketball man. This seems to be a future basketball man. We had hockey in the last pack, and now we got future basketball. His name is
love sports.
Deskbot004. All right, we got another donation. I'm going to read this out in a second. Olektiku, again, for my chat. Thank you very much. Don't worry, I did the math for you. This brings up 3 more packs to come in a YouTube video in the future. Good luck with the Wodom. It looks lonely down there. There's another $20 donation. Yeah. But yes, please, make me have to buy more packs. Also, I will make this promise. I will do my damnedest to buy card packs, card games, or just movie or TV that I didn't already open. I can't, maybe there'll be like a different DBZ thing or something like that. But I will endeavor to not just get more Batman movie. I definitely won't buy more Bloodlines because that was bad. Ooh, Raid Raptor, Blaze Falcon. This is some cool art. Yu-Gi-Oh art is always great. We've got the gold and silver is hard to read on in my lighting here. Centellary Knight, Zethurban. I don't know. This is some sort of angel knight with like a vine whip. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. So, what's happening with UA? Because we got more hockey or basketball. UA signing deal. That's just look. That's just a man in a suit with a jersey. Another thing that isn't a Toon card but looks like they redid Toon cards. This is My Hero Academia crossover. Yeah, we've got Performapole Spring Goose. That's just a cool looking goose. That goose is just cool looking. And Primitive Butterfly, which doesn't look that primitive. It's a fancy looking butterfly. Hard to see on screen. There we go. These cards look and feel like I remember them, and I love that. This is now a Spring Goose stream. All right, we'll leave Spring Goose out here to hang out with everybody, which you cannot see on stream, so never mind. I'll put it there. Yeah, you can see that better. My overhead light doesn't ruin that. We got one more pack to open. Oh, boy. And then we will... Ultra Athletes. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was like, what is this? Because, I understand what Raid Raptors are, because they're they're basically Beast Wars Transformers, because they're like machine animals. They're winged beasts, but they look like robots. Because we got Sharplanius, who I think we had in the first pack. I think we already had a Sharplanius, but that's okay. Statue of Anguish Pattern, which is a scary looking trap card. We did get this card in the first pack of Yu-Gi-Oh! Super Heavy Samurai Soul Burst Gauntlet, which is just like a big robot gauntlet. I don't mind that. Edge Imp Chain, which is some kind of scary fiend imp card. Rad Raptor Revolution Falcon, which looks like that one Pokemon legendary that was like all black and weird, and you're like, what is that?
Oh yeah, the Bacon Bird.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Putrid Pudding Body Buddies. These are evil pudding cup things. These are evil puddings. They've got balls and chains.
That's horrifying.
Yep. We had this card already. Zaf Saber, Swordmaster of the Necros. we've seen this one. But also, this character is in a trap card along with a lot of other characters called Chosen of Tefra, which is a trap card with a lot of art in it. And then, this looks terrifying. It's a fiend card called Edge Imp Saw, which is serious to be some sort of evil thing. And that's it.
Oh boy, I love evil things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I now have a whole lot of random ass cards on the side of my desk, an empty bowl, and that's it. With cards, we're now gonna focus on model kit building and hanging out.
What?
Again,
Can't be done.
there
No,
are
we're not.
there are many reasons to donate. Not only to cause me to have to open more, to purchase and make a YouTube video where I open more packs of cards, but also donating. Not only does it help the Cure Alzheimer's Fund, which I do want to point out, a thing that I think is awesome about the Cure Alzheimer's Fund is that the board members of the fund don't take a salary, so more of your money goes directly into research, and that's awesome. And then the other thing I want to say is donating $5 enters you to win stuff. If you are not in the U.S. or Canada, make sure you put that somewhere in your donation to save work for the people that are putting this thing on. But yeah, you can win ridiculous things. Just unbelievably ridiculous prizes. And also, hey, I'll say this. If you're here and you win like a gift card to USA Gundam Store or Gundam Planet or something like that, send me a tweet if you want me to help you pick something out. Because maybe you just came here for another reason and you're like, I don't know what to buy. I have some amount of money. But that's open to anybody. I'll help you because I think about Gundam too much and I have opinions.
Everyone has opinions.
Yeah.
I'm glad people have opinions about Gundam stuff.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
honestly,
Hey,
yeah.
hey, Pet Bear,
Mhm.
hit me with your hottest take, your hottest Gundam opinion.
Your
Type it hot, surface of the sun.
look, your first Gundam show is your favorite Gundam show, but that doesn't mean it's the best Gundam show.
Alright?
Because
You're telling me
yeah,
G Gundam is not the best Gundam show that's ever been aired.
no. Now, does G
I can't
Gundam?
believe it. Cancel.
G Gundam has one of my favorite Gundam pilots in all of Gundam because Domon rules. A main character that like cares. You get romance stuff that he is very unaware of, which I love. Great catchphrases, cool Gundam. Love Domon. Domon is in a show that is a nightmare. And
He's in the best Gundam show because it's just a kung fu movie.
look, it is an incredibly big swing, and that was a necessary big swing to make when you were making a Gundam series that was like out of continuity. When you were making your own thing, they swung big and they went for it. Now, Forklift already contradicting me because saying IBO was my first, and if Iron Blooded Orphans is your first Gundam show, then you're watching one of the best Gundam shows.
Now we're getting the hot take right here.
So I literally made a video, a YouTube video about like where to start with Gundam, and I kind of said like, look, like my first Gundam was Gundam Wing. I still think Gundam Wing is incredible. Do I think Gundam Wing is like where other people should start? No, I don't think that. I still love it. I still think it's great, but it's not the best place to start for someone who's like, I want to get into Gundam. But I do think Iron Blooded Orphans gets you cool Gundams, and it doesn't try to downplay, which some other fairly modern Gundam try to downplay the fact that war is awful and these are children. These are children. Iron Blooded Orphans, maybe they revel in the sadness a bit too much, but I think it...
Season 2.
Yeah, I think it does a very good job of being like, hey, to love Gundam is to think that big robots are cool, and also they shouldn't exist. And so I think that, like, it does a very good job of that. Whereas some other Gundam series maybe don't do a great job of that. I don't know.
But when will you say anything good about my second favorite Gundam show, Gundam Seed Destiny?
Oh boy.
It's time for the takes.
So,
Get wild.
Nelson, he asked for hot takes, but
Yeah.
he came in here with a volcano.
yeah. So, like, Gundam Seed is interesting to me that it's like, hey, we're our own thing, but also we're not. We're going to try to, like, retell everything for a new generation, which they should be doing. Because they're like, we understand that you don't want to watch a show that came out in 1979, so we're just going to do it again? Kind of? And then Destiny is just like, we had some cool ideas for robots we didn't get to, so let's, like, do that. I mean, the Blitz Gundam is in Seed, so it's not... I mean, I still have to have some appreciation, because the Blitz is very cool.
You're not even talking about Seed Destiny.
I'm not. I'm trying to say positive things. But no, I mean, like, look, I was kind of out of anime when that came out, and I'd gotten back into it later, so I was not in the right mindset to watch that show. I think the kits are all good, mostly. I just built the Strike Rouge Otari, and that kit really does need a stand. It's just got so much backpack on it. That kit has so much backpack, and a lovely pink color that I'm always a fan of. But yeah, I also have a Strike Rouge that I've been, I have the Strike Noir that I've been waiting to build. And I like look, that's the thing. I like the kits. I didn't necessarily love the show. But
what are your opinions on Age?
I have never seen Age. I know, right?
Boo.
It's one of the few Gundam series I haven't seen. I have not seen Age, and I have not seen. I have never been able to say this name out loud. Costa in G. G-Reco, yeah. Regagusta. I have never seen either of those, and I hadn't built anything from. Yeah. Age, I just built the full, the Glansta.
The full Glansta, yeah.
Yeah, I just built that because I hadn't built anything from Age, and that's a really fun kit because you're just building a whole Gundam and then putting a bunch of stuff on top of it, and that was a great build. Some really good colors, really good lines in that kit. But yeah, have not seen Age. People have mild opinions on Age in the chat.
Oh, mild opinions.
Yeah.
Oh,
G
sure.
Reco is now the only TV show I haven't built anything from, and I gotta change that. But also, at some point I gotta change that.
It's hard to get kits from it.
Yeah,
for obvious reasons.
Yeah, there's
Echo is the one that has the hands. The Gundam with the hands.
Yep.
I want that so bad.
My opinion on G-Reco is the mechanical design is fine, with a few things I don't like, but don't waste any of your life on the show.
Okay. Yeah.
There are good scenes, like when Delry's like, I already know what's in the manual, and he throws the manual away, but since, like, moving on a track in his seat, he just throws it in front of him at 0G, so the book just, like, gets stuck in front of him as he's accelerating forward, so the book just hits him in the face as he's being pushed towards him. Like, I don't need this thing that's gonna make me smart.
Isn't that not how physics works?
See, he tosses the book in front of him at, like, what would be a standard speed for him, but he's accelerating to go faster than the book. So, while the book is at constant speed, his frame of reference is accelerating. So he slams into the book that he threw in front of him because he is accelerated to go faster.
But wouldn't his relativistic velocity make it so that the book would increase in velocity proportional to his increase in velocity, and
The
therefore
moment he throws the book is no longer subject to acceleration, while he still is subject to acceleration.
He's strapped into the seat. The book isn't.
Alright. Okay, I can see the scene better.
I don't know what's happening right now. I zoned out for a second.
Good.
Physics.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah.
Jesse's a chemist. I am an engineer. I need to prove I am the big bad scientist. I gotta be chuffed to bits to explain the science of the TV show with the giant robots that would never actually exist.
If folks have, first off, we're going to talk about, for a moment, I'm going to talk about a non-Gundam show, but if you have not seen in my opinion, the best anime of the year 2020, Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin, please watch Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin. Is about high school girls that want to make anime. But it's more than that, and it's a love letter to animation, the creative process, and it's beautiful. There's a robotics club, and there's a monologue from the head of the robotics club about loving robots that made me cry and remember high school and loving things in high school so much. It is an incredible scene, but the robotics club is so great because they're just like, hey, we're going to sponsor you to make an animation thing if you put robots in it, and we get to help out and maybe voice somebody. And they're like, yes, sure. And so they help promote the animation in just the best way. It's a lovely scene. But that show is incredible. Hey, we got $6 donated. Thank you for donating $6 and messing up other people's maths later. Appreciate that very much. But yeah, Isaacin is incredible, and one of my favorite things is the high school robotics club that's part of it. But yeah, it's a lovely show. Also, the animation style looks like it's a Gorillaz video. That's the closest thing I can compare it to. And the director of it, a fun story of him, he directed a bunch of things, including Devilman Crybaby, which is a very different show. But he was like, they were the company that had the rights to the manga were like, hey, here's some titles you could work on. And he's like, Isaacin. Yeah, I've heard of Isaacin. Why have I heard of Isaacin? And then he just goes, oh, people on the internet keep saying I should direct that. So tell me about that manga. And so one of the reasons why he directed it is because people on the internet were like, you know who should direct it is this guy. And I just love that. That is just such a great, fan casting that actually came true.
I like Killer Goalie trying to tell us, where's the shout out for shows that helped my drinking habit? Zeta and Victory Gundam.
I mean, I'll give you a shout out.
For
Yeah.
Zeta, a new translation.
Yeah, shout
sorry,
out to Zeta, a
Victory
good
help
show.
your drinking problem?
No, see,
No,
it
it helped
caused
happen.
their drinking problem.
Yeah, it helped, quote unquote. Look, Zeta and Double Zeta, they made
Completely different shows.
Yes, very different shows. They made swings, but in different directions. We got another donation. Thank you. No message on this one, which is also okay. Last two had no messages. That is fine. Thank you to Smirk142. And also, Mecha Goods with the $6 donation. I didn't say your name, Mecha Goods. Also, that's a great name. So thank you for that. Here's a fun thing for folks that don't know my streams. I do 2-hour model kit building streams because I realized that after 2 hours, I'm not a great model kit builder, and I'm doing 3 hours tonight. But also,
No, see, that's why you opened all these cards.
yes,
We
yeah.
had an hour of trading cards, so
Yeah.
it's just a 2-hour model kit stream.
Yes, that does make things better. But I am like, oh yeah, okay, it's I'm almost getting ready to finish this up, huh? Yeah, it's almost 11. No, I'm going to midnight my time. All right, so gotta make sure this snaps in place. And because this is a kit from the year 2020, it tells me snap. It actually has the word snap, which is great.
That's wonderful.
For folks that are like, for folks that aren't like, oh, I haven't built a model kit in a long time. Any high grade from like 2015 to now is gonna have English in it. Maybe not as much as you would like, but a pretty good amount. So you're gonna be a pretty okay spot compared to if you want to buy older kit than that. Let's say like a 2010 kit.
I was
With
working
the
on
older kits, if you see the little warning text, you have to figure out what that means.
Yes.
Yeah, I was working on the P Bandai MG Gray Zeta, and it's got duplicate runners, and it's just like, here's how you tell what color it is. It's the Japanese names for the colors, and it's like, I don't speak that.
Yep. Yeah. Also, we talked. Another stream. Earlier in the streams, we had conversation about the RX-782 entry grade, which is the beautiful thing about that is it has English language. It has 3 languages in it. It's all color instructions. There are no stickers. There are no tools required. That is literally, if you want to get into Gunpla, you buy that. It's small, but it's gorgeous. So yeah, highly recommend that.
You could take the width route to getting into Gunpla and be like, I'm going to start with the Master Grade Full Armor Unicorn Burkon. It was a mistake. I don't suggest it, but you could take that route.
Yeah. My first model kit was a high grade, 1/100 scale high grade, which will tell you exactly when that was because that would be Gundam Wing, because that was the era where they were building 1/100 high grades, and that was just because I was like, hey, there's a model kit. It's a death side. I don't know what any of this means, but I do know I like the death side, so I guess I'm going to figure this out, and I definitely figured it out.
I forget, were there 1/100 high grades for G Gundam as well?
Yeah.
MC.
Yeah,
I think double O as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there were double. I was going backwards.
Yeah, because I think there weren't any. There might have been some from X, but I don't remember.
There were for X.
There were,
And
okay.
There also were for Victory and F91.
Oh.
I'm not sure if they were labeled.
Yeah, they might have been non-graded kits. And then, of course, those don't exist anymore in modern days, but you do have the 1/100 non-graded and full mechanics Iron-Blooded Orphans. And full mechanics, the old version of what that meant, because there's a new version of what that means. It's coming out whenever the Calamity ships in May or whatever. But those kits they're the 1/100 scale, but they're not master grades. They're basically high grades. But you build the whole internal frame. You build the whole skeleton. You put stickers on the skeleton and then put armor over the stickers.
Yeah, that's the choice.
Yes, the hip bone stickers are a definite choice. But I'm still a big fan of it. I love it.
Like, I don't mind it, but I'm also heavily biased towards anything video.
Yes, as well. And then yes, Morgana mentions the RE100 line, which most of the time is just like, this is like not really. This is like some of them are, I should say, like the Gun EZ is just like, this is pretty much a master grade, and some of them are like the Hama Hama, which is like, you would never get this in a master grade, so this is the closest you're gonna get.
Yeah, like, for that, I don't hate it, because, like, I'd rather have a less than ideal kit than no kit at all.
Yes.
And this is also why I don't, like, why I have a bit of a disliking for all the P Bandai moaning because without P Bandai, most of that stuff would never get any sort of release.
Yeah, I mean, like,
and also, like, P Bandai is a hell of a lot easier to get these days. So
Yes.
it's not as big of a hurdle as it used to be.
Well, not for me, but I'm used to that.
Well, you know what I mean.
I mean, it used to be
Europe.
purely import, and then you had to go to like a major anime or comic convention.
Yeah.
Oh, for the last few years, yeah.
And I mean, honestly, even the stuff that doesn't get an overseas release, these days, proxy shops are very accessible, and with a tiny bit of know-how, you can find these deals for basically everything.
Yeah, figure out what the Japanese name of the kit is you're looking for is like the hardest part of getting some kits on the secondary market.
Yeah, and like for most things, like for Gundam, there is the Japanese name on the wiki, and for most other things, you will also find it if you know how to maneuver Wikipedia.
The chat is talking a little bit about the non-graded 160 scales. I'm gonna tell you that Gundam, the Wing Gundam 160 no grade, feels like it felt like I was holding a transformer when it was done. Like, I don't know, there was something like it felt different than other model kits. I don't know, I can't describe it. Like those big giant wings, like there was a heft to that kit that I appreciate.
I wish they did that line for Gundam X, because man, I'd love to just have a giant Gundam X standing in my room.
Well, as you were very well aware, nobody likes Gundam X except the people that really like Gundam X.
Yes, and I'm one of these people.
Yeah. Because, what is it? It's now the second lowest rated Gundam series in Japan. Because they hated SD, the SD one. They just absolutely hated it. The only thing they hated just a little less is Gundam X.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I mean,
because-
rightfully so on that SD show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the same
It's
SD show.
it's the only Gundam series, I believe. At the time, it was the only one. It was the first one, and I believe it's still the only one that premiered outside of Japan first. And they were just like, no. But yeah, the biggest problem with Gundam X is that it came out after Wing, which was the big resurgence of Gundam.
Well, the biggest problem is that it came out after 4 Gundam shows back to back.
Yes, that didn't help it either.
Yeah.
But Wing was like, and obviously part of Wing's success is America, but that's not its only success.
Yeah.
But it felt like once they realized they only had so many episodes left, their episode order got cut and they had to speed things up. Like the second half of X moves, which is pretty great. I don't know. It is a shame.
I've only seen one episode of X. It wasn't the first episode. It was okay.
Yeah, I think, like, you watched one of the more slow burn episodes, but I do think that X has one of the strongest opening arcs of any Gundam show.
I would agree. I think it brought new types back into the conversation because, like, look, there are clearly 3 to 4 new types in Wing, but they're not. That's not gonna. That is not the focus. That is not a thing. And X is just like, well, here are all the things that we wanted to cover. We want to cover post-apocalypse. We want to cover after colony stuff. We want to cover not that many Gundams. We want to cover new type conversations. We want to get, really into psychology of people. And then we're going to take our time doing it. And then I guess, the audience was just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then the X looks so cool, and the double X looks so
it
cool.
does. In my opinion, X has one of the best aesthetics of any Gundam timeline.
Yeah. X and Double X are fantastic.
Not just those, like,
Yes.
of course those, but
You're not
also
wrong.
just the grunts.
Yeah.
Like the Valiant and the Daughters Neo. Easily two of my favorite Fetty style grunts.
Yeah, you're not wrong. These like it's got a lot of heart to it. There's a lot of upside on it, but it is like, yeah, it's just not a super well liked show, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I mean, I blame part of it, or part of its failure on it being not a great Saturday morning cartoon. Like, it's not very flashy for the most part.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna get a lot of Wing. Wing was the Gundam show that did well here, so I also think that people in Bandai really like Wing. You know, like in the same way that we've got these, you know, the kids focused SD telling the Romance of the Three Kingdoms storyline thing. You're gonna have a unicorn in there because the unicorn is the kit they decided is the new big main Gundam. The design that's gonna show up. But yeah, I mean, like, we got the 2020 Heavy Arms, which is a great little high grade. I pre-ordered the Death Scythe because I built Death Scythes on my streams. If there's a Death Scythe, I'm gonna build it.
Oh, Death Scythe.
Yeah, so
Oh no.
my tier 2 emote is the Death Scythe, so I build Death Scythe, so like, yeah, of course I'm getting the new Death Scythe high grade, and I'm gonna very much enjoy building it.
I'm gonna wait with the Wing lineup until they're all out and I can just buy a giant haul of them.
Yeah, I mean that's always a way to go. But I can't wait on a Death Scythe.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
And then I got the Nataku last year because I never got the master grade Nataku. I've built the high grade of it, but when that came out, I wasn't buying premium stuff. I wasn't importing stuff. So when that went up on Premium Bandai, I was like, well, it's the Chinese dragon, like, Gundam, so I'll get that.
Also,
Yeah,
love it. Oh, sorry.
for Coleman, the Nataku is the other name for the Ultron Gundam from Endless Waltz, the Endless Waltz version.
And for Shenlong, because
Yes.
they just called all of his suits that.
Shenlong Ultron Nataku. Yeah, it's that one. It's the Shenlong version from Endless Waltz, the older, the one that was like, let's make this look older, and then double dragon arms that came out, which was great.
I also really wish that Bandai did the Glory of Losers stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah, like Endless Waltz Epion. Like, I don't care which line it is, but I'm gonna say I want a real great Epion because that would mean we get that design in 1.1.
You know what I want? I want 149 people to be watching this stream right now and doing amazing things for charity. Oh wait, we already have that. Hi guys.
Hello.
Well, it's good to know that you've already achieved your goals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now the rest of us can focus on ours.
Cool. You can shut it all down. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, no. And also Junkla just donated $5. Thank you so much, Junkla.
Thanks,
So
dude.
again, folks, if you've joined us if you missed some of the shenanigans, I have run out of cards to open random card packs that I was opening as a donation incentive. But I will owe you. I have written down the number we hit after I was done, which is $3,560 was how much that there. So anything beyond that, $50 increments beyond that, I will indeed open packs in a YouTube video in the future. Real Great Barbatos would be pretty sick. Yeah.
It would basically be the same as the Master Grade, but it would still be sick.
Yes. I don't
You guys
usually.
want to hear I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, you're gonna ask a question
I
for
was
us.
just gonna
Yeah,
say, do you guys want to hear an interesting stat?
sure.
I would love to hear.
So for the first Mechanicore stream that we did, we had 860 some odd unique viewers. For the second one, we had 900 and some odd unique viewers. This time we have 1,369 unique people that have shown up
Oh wow,
So far.
that's awesome.
so far.
And
That's kind of insane.
So
That's
far,
bananas.
that number's gonna get a hell of a lot bigger.
I'm very
just
excited.
enough. I believe you're just enough. Thank you, just enough, for donating.
Yes, and
Yes,
Just Enough is
yes.
actually doing a couple of the giveaways that we're doing on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, rad! That's awesome.
Yeah, free
Hey.
stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, can I borrow you real quick in the tech testing room?
Absolutely not.
Cool, thanks.
All right, tech testing is happening, folks.
All right, time to break the stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find it very refreshing to finally have someone in this voice chat who is as excited about IBO stuff as I am.
Right? I mean, we had that thing where it's just like, we saw incredible Gunpla tonight. We took a tour of Gunpla that I have never seen built. I've only seen pictures of boxes of. And it was just like, yeah, I don't have any Iron Blood Orphan stuff. And it was just like, oh,
Yeah.
but the frames are demonic and they're named after the demons in the
Yes.
Book of the Dead. And so you can imagine all the Gundams that we didn't see are also from that book. It's
Yes.
it's just
That
like,
means that we get a Phoenix in
Yeah.
IDO.
yeah.
That is my one of my two big pipe dreams. I know it's never gonna happen, but I'll be the first to pre-order a
Ye-
full 72 Gundam frame set.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
And my other pipe dream is a mega size Gundam X.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, X, like, it's a thing of like, that felt like, okay, well, if we're gonna see anything from X, it's gonna be in build. It's in one of the build
Yeah.
shows.
And like, I wish the mega size line hadn't flopped this hard because just giant 148 statue is a really powerful concept in and of itself.
You're not wrong. You want more IBO kits? Yes, I also want more IBO kits. We get them every now and again, and they're like, from the manga or from the side
like,
story manga. Or...
There's 2 designs from the show that didn't get a kit, and like 4 or 5 from the manga, and I have them on my scratch build list or on my custom list, and I'm just hoping I can stall long enough for time that I don't actually have to scratch build it, but can just buy a kit.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
has happened with Grammary, and it has happened with Plutone for 00, so I'm optimistic.
and sometimes
I
you're just like,
optimistic.
yeah. Sometimes, they do surprise you. They'll like an anniversary will come up and you're like, "Oh wow, they did it. They went and did it." Who knows, like
Well, I mean, look at the wound work. Did anyone seriously expect Bandai to do high grade wound work?
No,
Pretty sure
and
they
then
didn't.
they did a million of them.
And
Yeah.
then they did all of the wound work.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this, like, obviously, once you make a Leo, they're just making so many Leos, like, and I understand they could just crank out how many they want, but they were just like, yeah, we're gonna make every version of the Leo that exists, and like,
Yes, and it rules.
it just rules. It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
cool, this is great.
Also, really wish they did like the other, like Leo type units, or, like the other grunts from Wing.
Yes.
I tried to track down a limited model Taurus once. Emphasis on tried.
Yeah.
I believe I've told the story somewhere before. Like, it was a lot of technical difficulties. I got the wrong thing shipped, or like, I think somehow my order and a pack of Pokemon cards had the same system number, so that just kind of corrupted my entire order.
Oh
And
no.
it took like 2 weeks to sort it out. Then the Pokemon cards arrived. I sent those back, and then the Taurus finally arrived and was a mispackaged Leo.
Oh,
Oh no.
At that point, I was like, okay, I am not going to anger whatever deity of fate has bestowed this upon me further. I am just going to accept this Leo and leave it at that.
oh.
Yeah, I now have a limited model Leo.
Brawler mentions the Magnac. Yes, that was actually that's a nice kit. The Magnac.
Yeah. I do plan on at some point getting the 36 pack.
Oh wow, yeah.
I wanted to get the Bandai one with the big power fist, and
Yeah.
I accidentally bought the other set,
Oh.
and I was sad.
Actually, does that come with 2 Maganacs or just 1?
It comes with one Magnac, and you build either
Ah.
either set.
Okay,
Or
so I have
either
to buy
variant.
2 Maganacs on top of that. Got it.
Yeah, I also enjoyed the Magnac. I just had like, oh no, that was the Leo. The Leo was just like, hey, you could just make whatever Leo you want. Here's a bunch of stickers, different colors. Here's some different heads, and it was clearly the idea was, buy all of them. You should buy all of them. And I didn't, but I did buy more than one.
I think that was the MPD version.
Yes.
With all the extra bits.
Yeah, that was the MPD version. Yeah.
And I mean, looks at my army of grazes.
I mean, we got a Death Army kit. That I can't believe that came out.
Yes.
Like that I was just like, what? What? A G Gundam Grunt? Are you kidding me? Sure.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's like, please, I'll definitely build that.
I'd also really love to see like some of the other later stuff in the G-Regular, like the G-Arcane full dress and the Trinity, the giant over armor.
Well, I'd like to see a guy at your Alpha.
Honestly, yeah, I would like to see that. And a fucking G-Third Savior. That is, to this day, my favorite UC design. And I hate the fact that no one knows because it's from the fucking G-Savior video game.
Oh, yeah. Thank you to Dipper for that $5 donation. Appreciate that very much. Our current total is 3,741. Reminder, yeah, $5 is all you need because there are, at current count, 50 giveaways. And a reminder, if you are not in the U.S. or Canada, if you were in another part of the world, mark that somewhere in your donation because there are a few, not many, but there are a few giveaways that have to be U.S. Canada only, and that will just save people a lot of time if they know that ahead of time.
Oh yeah, Yakuri is a really good kit. That was in my either first or second ever Gunpla haul I got, and I had fun building and painting that.
The high grades are really something else in Iron Blood and Orphans. Like once you,
Yeah.
because the thing of like if it's the Gundam, once you've built that Gundam frame, which is tricky because the Gundam frame, for folks that don't know Iron Blood and Orphans kits, all of the Gundams are demonic in like look. So you've got claws, and you also have this hunched over chest where it's like the kit is like this by default. Like this is how it's supposed to be. And if you don't know that when you're building, you're like, this doesn't look right. But once you've built one G Gundam or not G Gundam IBO frame, you're like, I know how to build Iron Blood Orphan kits.
Yeah. Like at this point, when I get a graze of any type, I just cut out all the parts, dump them on my mat, and just go from there. I've built enough of these to not need a manual.
Yeah. You eventually gets like I always said, like I can build a wing kit, anything from any Gundam from Wing. Like I can build the frame without really blinking. Like I just stare off into the middle distance and just be like, great, there we go, we're done. I know how wings are supposed to go together.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I think only unique IBO mode I have not yet built is the Great Shield. Like that is the only one I have not built some variation on, which should tell you a thing or two about how much cash I spent on my build kits.
Yeah, definitely. I built that frame at least 30 times. Yeah. Also, I want to point out my favorite little thing about the pod, which is big, like, ball energy, tiny little arms, just teensy little arms from like a real from a kit that's like from like a high grade a kit of just like, you know, I just got these tiny little arms, you know.
Also,
Big arm.
Yeah.
also, Rip Tax Reaper hoping for the best for your next sprint.
Yeah, I saw those pictures of your.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big
no.
spaghetti.
Oh, sorry.
Where your 3D print failed after 14 hours. That's. Oh god.
Yeah, hold on, I can get things real quick.
Oh. Oh, that's rough. Yeah,
yeah, like, it just kinda,
F's in the chat.
I'll put it in general with it. Like, it just, at some point it kinda started rotating, and then spaghetti happened.
Really rough. Oh yeah, that's all kinds of wrong. I'm looking at the photo now, folks. Someone make a Wodom from the ball set. Ooh, okay. I like that. I made the Harapla ball not too long ago because that's just a fun little kit. I like the Harapla kits. And that's just like, yeah, it's just the Harapla. It's just Haro with a gun on its head.
Yeah.
Very simple, very easy. A lot of those kits you don't need. They say like you don't need clippers for this, which is kind of fun.
Yeah. Like, way back when, like, a year and a half ago for a contest that I ended up not taking part in because bad time management, I had an idea to, like, get myself 3 Harapla kits and then just scratch build a Barbatos, Lupus, and Rex Leafin for them. Just kind of do up a Haro as, like, the Barbatos evolution.
Also
Sure, I
the
thought you were gonna go with like 3 Haros in a trench coat is the new Barbatos.
which.
Oh, that's also amazing, but no.
Let me see. I can't remember which Haro this one is, so I gotta look up the Haros here. 'Cause
You know, when you're running a stream, and I hate to interrupt you, I apologize, but and
Go
you
for it.
just see a stream of Fs in your chat and you don't have any context for it, you immediately start to panic. And
It was Space Coast failed
Lux
3D
Creeper's failure, and I'm sorry that failed on you. It's just like my heart stopped for a second. It's like, no, it's been going so well.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Anyway, please continue.
It is the Haro Fitter. The Haro Fitter is a Haro that in this white shell with some tools. And the thing about the Haro Fitter is that if you take... Oh, thank you, Jake, for donating $5. If you take the Haro out of it, you're just left with a white shell, which is the perfect size for a master grade to sit on it, and then it's a toilet. Yeah. And it's just, it was one of those things where I was like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna have to buy that now. Let me get the Haro Fitter up here. Yeah, let me download this real quick here. Put this in chat in a second, or put this on screen for 1 second. Do that. Great, we're there. And then, booyah. So this is the Haro Fitter. Cute little thing. The ball comes out, and then you just take the head thing down and fold that down, and then it's just toilet.
It literally is just a toilet.
Yeah.
It's a toilet with cat ears.
Look, Anna, you could put an egg in it, and it could just be that. But yeah, no, it's just a toilet. Because even like the backpack where its tools fit, because that comes with tools.
Wow.
And it's
I
yeah,
also... Yeah, you finish.
no, and also like it's perfect for a master grade.
I also really love the fact how they kind of like released that and the Haro loader, I think, was
Yeah.
the other one.
Yeah.
Everyone was all like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty cool." And then they put it into Re-Rise, and we're all like, "Holy shit, that's what that was!"
Yes, that was excellent. All of, I mean, the one where it just like gave it like a mobile suit, like, is pretty great, or like an
Yeah, that's
like
one.
an exosuit, I should say. That one's
Oh,
excellent.
What was that called?
I can't remember.
Yeah, me neither. But I know which one you mean.
But it's like the build frame or something like that.
Yeah.
But that one's great because it's yes, Haro shitter.
Amazing.
Also, it's Haro with cute cat ears, which is great. And that Haro plug, not all the Haro have mouths that open. That one does, because the one with the sights that is based on the Zekrilius, I believe, doesn't, his mouth doesn't open, and that's a shame. Zekrello, that's what I'm thinking of. Yes. There is one. There's basically like a Haro with just like blade arms, but also those blade arms are mostly sticker, and that sucks. But what are you gonna do?
Speaking of things that are mostly sticker, I'm working on an Aoshima Macross Girl kit. It has 3 sticker sheets. I'll put a picture of this.
That's too many stickers. That's just too many stickers.
Yeah, and some of them are color correcting stuff that I could, in theory, mask off. Some of them are color correcting stickers that also have 30th anniversary text on them.
Amazing.
I got my first bonehead move here. This piece should be facing the same way as this piece, so I got to reverse them. So I'm going into my $10 toolkit. This is mostly, these tools are meant to be used if you are repairing a smartphone or a smart device.
I mean,
But they,
tools are tools.
yes, they are tools. And then also
Tools are good things.
a screwdriver for old kits. You know, that the era where they were like, let's put screws in this.
Oh yeah, or action-based tools.
Yes, action-based 2s, and then like Gundam X kits and early perfect grades and various other things. Yeah, or like the Easy 8 that I built not too long ago. I was like, I want to build one of these old kits, and I got that, and it was just like, this had screws.
I don't
Okay,
want to build old kits anymore.
yeah.
I built an old kit once. It was called the PG Eva, and it was the worst thing I've ever experienced.
Oh, the first
Go
perfect
ahead,
grade.
make it all about you.
It is all about me.
That's the first perfect grade.
Or it's all about Pat Bear.
Jason, you know what I'm gonna say now.
I built the Zaku 2, Char's Zaku 2 perfect grade. And the best thing about the kit is great. Don't get me wrong, the kit is great. But it's a giant box, right? And inside it is a smaller box that's like the size of a master grade box. And you could just put your kit when it's done in that smaller box and throw out the big box. It was great. That was an excellent feature.
The box was just a marketing tactic.
Yes, I mean it needed the box for all the many trays.
Like for the runners, but not for the finished kit.
Yeah, not for the finished kit. Yeah. This is going to be annoying to open back up. I'm going to have to move to metal here. We'll see.
But yeah,
When I built my Wodom pod, like I remember having like weird assembly issues too, because like it's not like a standard build process. I remember it like I had to like take a whole bunch of stuff apart too.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I read ahead about all of this nonsense thing, like this sliding piece, and this piece pops
Oh yeah, the
up,
dome
and
is so weird. Yeah.
yeah, the different modes for the dome. Like I read about that because I had heard somebody complaining about this whole assembly thing. So I knew that was coming up, but I mean, this was just a simple mistake of just being tired. Like, I just have to pop these open, but I don't want to ruin anything because I'm on stream for 150
Allow me
people.
to be the first to say that you are doing awesome.
Well, I appreciate
You are
that.
doing great
yes,
work.
you are doing very well.
Thank
And
you.
I screwed up an infinite amount of times. Aomeka screwed up an infinite amount of times. If you snap apart, that was just what we call in the business good content. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't panic.
That's just good content.
No, I've the only thing I've ever really messed up on stream is there were a couple times where I just like ruined a transfer, just like a dry transfer, because I was like, oh, I'm getting good at dry transfers. Nope, I am not.
Yeah. That's
The a kit I would really recommend if you like Akira Toriyama's design work, not just people but machines, is Bulma's motorcycle. Is a fantastic kit, and it comes with a number for the side of it, and it comes in a dry transfer and just like a water transfer, and I screwed up the dry transfer so bad that I just put the water transfer on over it. But that kit is great because it's just got that whole like, it transforms in a weird way that it shouldn't, and it's not a great transformation, but the motorcycle just looks so cool.
I've worked with dry transfers exactly once before, and I didn't hate it, but if given the choice, I'd rather not.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, like
okay. Fixed.
It was the old HG Akatsuki from Destiny, and I really liked that kit. It was daunting and absolutely terrifying to paint because of the plating, but my god, once you've done the detail painting, that plating looks amazing.
Okay, and now I'm double checking to make sure I didn't put it back wrong twice. I didn't. Great. And then it just slots in here. Okay.
You just flip it turnways and it works just fine.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Because
Doesn't mean that we'll never die.
I am building this like this, the leg, but the legs are odd because this kit is odd. So I thought I was building the front of the leg, and I'm building the back of the leg. I think? I have no idea. Oh no, this is the knee. This is somehow the knee of this kit. Sure.
Listen, Sid Mead is a genius, and we shouldn't question his design decisions.
Sid Mead is mad genius. A genius, but mad.
Well, this kid is more like Sid Mead fan art. It's not necessarily just Sid Mead's work, I suppose.
Yes, Alvin, I am here for another 40 minutes or so. Yeah, around about.
We have him actually shackled to his desk right now, and that's a time lock. So
yeah,
there is no escape from crossing fate.
Oh, this is gonna look real good.
Like for next week, you're coming back next week.
What? What? Oh no! Oh no!
This is a
We're
weekly
doing this
thing
again
now.
next week.
Yeah, you agreed to this. We discussed this at length and signed a contract
No.
in a like a mixed blood pact.
Yep.
No.
Every week, we'll give you Christmas weekend off though.
Okay, well that
No.
yeah. What?
No, we didn't agree to this.
I'm feeling
I
generous.
gotta work on Christmas. You gotta work on Christmas.
I
That's
don't
what my
have to work on
boss always
Christmas.
said. But seriously, thank you for joining us. This has been incredibly fun.
Oh yeah, no, this has been great.
Amazing.
Happy to
So-
be here. Also
What
happy.
you're saying
yeah.
though is, oh god, no, please.
I was just also like, it was this funny thing where I was like, oh, maybe I'm not like, I want to do the Wodom Pod. It's already in my backlog, and that'll be fun. And like, it's weird, and I think I can finish it in time. And I was like, oh, maybe I'm not like being ambitious enough. And then like other people were like, I'm building this real weird thing, and I was like, okay, well at least I'm doing something from Gundam.
Yep. You're doing something weird from Gundam.
Yes,
That's the most fun part. So what you're saying though is next time that we do this, if you want to come back, in all seriousness, you don't have to, but if you want to come back for something like this in the future, what you need to buy is a whole booster box of something for next time.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go bigger on the card thing. I'm gonna have to double down on the card thing because that
Man,
I knew this was gonna work. I didn't think it would be done before like.
dude, same.
I didn't think I would be opening like 6 packs in a row at one point, which I do
That
appreciate.
was so much fun.
Also,
that was so much fun.
I should give a big shout out to everybody in my community. And I'll say this right now because it's a good little time to say for folks that might be interested in checking my streams, I do model kit building on Saturday and Monday and Thursday, and I build Gunpla, and I am new to panel lining, but I really enjoy it. The quick and dirty panel lining. I've been really enjoying how that makes kits look. And my chat is lovely. One thing I am the most proud of when it comes to this is how lovely and supportive and cool my chat is. And it is, it's one of those like nice little communities of folks that like new people come in and we're all excited about it. And then there's also people that have been there as long as I've been doing it, which is just weird and great. So want to give them a shout out. And also, there are many people I don't know who have been in chat here. And there are some people I've seen the name since Jason started. There have been people who are just like, yeah, it's been 9 hours. This is my day. And that's nonsense.
Hold on. It's been 9 hours already? Holy shit.
It has
Right.
been 9 hours, 21 minutes, and 15 seconds.
Yeah.
We started at noon my time, and it is 21:20. It's been a trip.
Yep.
Yeah.
This has been like so much freaking fun though. Like you
Yeah, I
guys'
love it.
support in chat, the donations have been amazing. Just an FYI, if you cannot donate and you still want to win things, you can still do that. Type !rules in the chat or check out the about section for more information if you want to enter in for free. That is something we have to do by federal law. And we want to do everything by the book since we know at least at the very beginning of the stream that some Twitch mods were watching. So
Mm-hmm.
just a friendly reminder.
Alright,
Alvin,
Chris
I
Gals,
agree.
there.
I
Say again?
agree, Alvin. I can't believe that nothing happened during those first 3 hours. But at least we
Wow.
moved on from that.
You are so rude. How dare you?
Dang.
I'm sorry, Blockio. I talked over you. That was wrong of me, and I apologize.
No worries.
Oh, Anna was building a Star Wars snowspeeder kit. That's awesome.
Nice.
That is a thing I personally really love to hear is that people are when people are like, yeah, I watched your stream and then I put this kit together, and it's just like that's just rules. Thank you for the follow, Boom Cannon.
Can I tell you about the weirdest dream that I might have ever had? And this was about a week ago.
Okay.
So I had this weird dream that I was in this model kit store, but it was like the lighting was like super dim mood lighting and like everything had like rainbow LEDs in the cases and shit. And I remember distinctly seeing a kit for a Star Wars snowspeeder. But this is a kit for a Star Wars snowspeeder that was that had like a Captain Harlock, the old manga Captain Harlock cover as like a skin for this snowspeeder. And the reason it makes no sense to me is I've never freaking read Captain Harlock, and I only know the cover because they happen to sell it at Austin Books and Comics. How does those synapses fire in that way? I haven't thought about the snowspeeder from Star Wars in about 15 years. Okay, and like somehow these two things combined in my brain, and I wake up, it's like, what the hell? How did that happen? You know, it was a fever dream because I got my second COVID shot. That's exactly what it was.
It was a fever
my
dream.
nap after my second COVID shot, and that was really feverish.
Every
So you're
time I
thinking about
remember
snow.
a dream, it's some weird shit like that as well.
Yeah.
I actually had one of those just today. I have it written down one second.
Okay.
I know we're getting close here because we hit the color pages on a modern kit, so you know we're getting close. Also, look how weird this leg is. This is a leg. Like this is a leg of this kid.
We don't question the Sid Mead fan art, okay?
But yeah, like I was like an engineer in 1920s Italy, and I was supposed to like build a dam for a river flowing all the way from the Alps to all the way south of the country. So like, okay, we're building a dam, and then that dam created like a giant drought in everything south of it. So because, and I quote my dream, the fishermen can't fill the fresh water into urns. I have no idea what that means. We had to build a second dam at the bottom to kind of fill up the river again, and then what was it?
So bizarre.
Oh yeah,
I hate
then
it.
like up to this point everything had been a map, and every city was marked with like Roman-looking coins, and then suddenly it was me and two other dudes just digging a hole in my garden and filling it up with various kinds of dirt, and that was that.
That's
And then also something about this whole thing getting in the way of Mussolini, and I have no idea what that bit was.
Woo!
That's a
I,
heavy.
I wasn't gonna go there, but I figured there had to have been some kind of connotation. But hey, politics done.
No, like,
You know.
that was it. Just the name drop, and that was it.
No, it's fine. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, just your brain making a weird reference, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got Mussolini on the brain. It's fine.
I mean, I have a whole ass Word document of just weird dreams.
That's a good idea. I really should catalog my dreams again. I haven't done
Yeah.
that since high school.
Well, I usually just dump it on the head of whatever poor Discord channel I think the stream is nice for. So a while ago, I just Control F'd through it and looked up all the times I wrote about whatever dream I had, and then I just kind of compiled that into a giant list and wrote down the one that I've never written down.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to catalog dreams a lot more when I was in like high school and early college because I used to do a lot more like lucid dreaming. That was just like a thing that like, it sounds weird to say I got into, but it was something that I like took time to kind of learn when I was in high school. And I haven't done that in a very long time, but it can be a very interesting experience if you take the time to like learn like the tells for when you're in a dream, and you can, you know, if you want to mess with your own subconscious brain. But then you end up doing things like where you dream for so long that you feel like you've dreamt for an entire year.
Whoa. Oh.
That freaked me the F out. You remember that, don't you? When I had that dream that felt like an entire year? Yeah, we were still in the dorms? Yeah, I was still in the dorms, and that was about the time that I kind of stopped doing that, because it's like, I don't know what's reality and what isn't anymore. I'm just gonna kind of go back to just zoning out before I go to bed.
Yeah, I mean, I've had moments like that when I'm like just half asleep and like I have to kind of deduct what is real and what isn't. And like at some point I was flying down the stairs, like actually flying, and the way I figured out it was a dream because like my brain was still running on dream logic, so me flying wasn't the giveaway, but what was the giveaway was that the Christmas tree was the wrong spot.
Nice.
Okay. We have a question that I like. Hey, quick question. If you guys are moving, how do you pack your gunpla? Asked your Denny Boo. And, well, since I don't paint, I don't have to worry about that. And that is an extra step some other people have to do. What I end up doing is just getting one of those giant big things of bubble wrap, and then taking the box that the kit came in, because if I've kept the box, then I'll do that, and then wrapping it, and then stuffing the whole box full of bubble wrap. When I was transporting boxes, that was my method. But yeah, just wrapping it as carefully as possible. Also, if you get like those long things of bubble packages, pop the one you're going to put the kit in, and then so that there's like the ones you get in Amazon packages or whatever, and that'll be easier for you to wrap it up. I don't know, that worked for me.
Yeah. Also, basic disassembly.
Yes.
Another option, if you have more of like a diorama that's really fixed, you can't move things around. There's two options you can do for that. I've seen like in certain hobby shops that sell Warhammer stuff, they'll have something called battle foam, which is just these like foam bricks you can take little chunks of the foam bricks out of, so that you can make something that's form-fitting for whatever you're putting into it. Those work really well if it's something that is super rigid. Or also, if you have like a Harbor Freight or somewhere that sells like cheap hardware, and like in the US it's called Harbor Freight. There's an equivalent in Canada. I can't remember what it's called. But they sell really inexpensive gun cases, like for like pistols and rifles and stuff. And the way that those work, again, is the same thing. You pull out little chunks of foam so that it's form-fitting. You can do the same thing for like your dioramas so that it just like fits right in nice and snug, and that way it's a hard case if you're moving it around. If it's something that's like super valuable to you, that can work really well.
Yeah, and also for the really fragile and valuable stuff, maybe drive it yourself.
Thank you, Killer Goalie, for $5, and also a great username.
Yes.
But
My
yeah.
name is also Jason.
I get it.
Someone got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so the Pelican cases, that is another option, depending on your collection. If you have a lot of kits, it's just going to take time to kind of carefully take everything down. Also, moving is a great way to finally clean your kits that are on display that you just haven't cleaned. Just get yourself some long Q-tips, and just be very careful with it. I know some people that just get the Ziploc bags that you can write on and just put like parts in there because they're like, I'm not taking boxes with me. I'm wrapping these things up, and accessories go in their own Ziploc bags that I'm going to label what kit it's from. But yeah.
That's typically what I do when I go shooting, honestly, is I'll just get Ziploc bags and just put everything in that way because I need to take things in and out rapidly. That's way easier to do it that way.
Yeah.
Also, if you have friends that that love Gundam and always complain they don't have time to build model kits, moving is a great way to gift Gundam to a friend. Hey, I have so many Zaku's. I don't need all these Zaku's. Here, have a Zaku Warrior. It's cool. It's got cool armor and weapon backpack. I don't need this. Will you take it?
Can you guys imagine having friends? I'm kidding. I'm with 140 of my biggest friends right now.
150 actually.
150? Okay, then it's bigger on your side than on mine.
No, buy more Zaku's. Here's the thing. You're going to buy more Zaku's later. Because guess what? They're going to keep making Zaku's.
True. Very true.
It's not like they're going to...
Here, have a mechanic corner. That's how you lose friends, Coleman.
Also, speaking of Zaku Warrior, I wish Bandai reprinted the old seed kits more.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, like the Goof Ignited didn't have a reprint in like 10 years, and it's 8 years.
I've never built that Goof. I like the Goof a lot.
Yeah, I really want one, or rather, I want two, Isaac and Heine version.
Yeah, it always feels like if it's a kit that you just think is okay, there are a million of them. But if it's a kit you really like, they did it once and they're no interest in doing it again, and somebody high up in Bandai hates that kit, apparently. You know, it's just that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the way it is.
Actually, this has become a bit of a meme elsewhere, but Polish eBay is really good for weird and obscure kits.
Huh.
Like, I got a hashmal for $40 on Polish eBay.
Polish eBay.
Yes, Polish eBay specifically.
I mean, okay. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, and honestly, the hashmal might be just the kit, or like, how do I phrase this? It's the kit where the build experience matches the character of the machine the most, because like, when you build that hashmal, it just feels wrong in the best way. Like, it feels like you're building an eldritch abomination.
So this is the Wodom Pod. Oh, there's extra armor to put on, but we have at very least, I finished the pod, one version of the pod at least, yeah. Because this is, let's see, so this is the, there's the pod, and then there's like the extra armor version of it. Yes, the plus, yeah. Which we'll put on because it's cool looking armor. Because it's, I don't think these colors necessarily go that well together, but we'll put them on there because it's purple. Purple is an underutilized color in Gundam. You know, it's not orange, which to me is the most underutilized color in Gundam.
And there's some very nice flyy boys in orange.
Yeah, I'm getting
Curios or death.
I'm getting the Eclipse, which is a big neon orange and red friend.
Oh, you mean the Extreme Type Leo?
Extreme Type Leos, yes.
Yes.
That's what I meant. Yes.
I really wish they did the EXA phase and the upgraded, like the final version of the Extreme.
Yes.
Like the what's it called? Like, it's one of those really long names. Extreme Type Leo's two verses. That's the name. Like it's all in white, blue, and yellow, and it looks kind of like a Wing Endless Waltz, but better.
That does sound awesome. Yeah, and of course, we have our red friends. There are always red friends out there. But there are not a lot of orange friends. And this is a color I really enjoy. A colorway I just feel like just gets not as represented.
Another very good orange flyy boy, the Destiny Hyena.
Yes. Very, very good high grade with a ton of effects parts that you wouldn't normally see in a high grade. It's very impressive.
The Revive Destiny is a lovely kit.
All right, so
I have built
orange.
two of them.
how does this snap on? This seems okay. Okay, I think
Probably need the other side.
yeah, this is going to be one of those things where like it kind of fits in a groove, but if you have the other piece, it immediately comes together, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now normally this would have been, a stream and a half to 2 streams, and I would be panel lining as we go. But instead, whatever time we have left, I will do some panel lining. Now, in my own time, will I take all this extra armor off? Probably, because I do like panel lining things you can't see. Because that's just fun.
Because it's there.
Yeah. The back of a kit, like no one's ever seen the back of the kit, but if it's got cool grading, you want to hit that with a marker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't good. I'll say that. I like this kit a whole lot. I messed up like one thing, which was my own mistake. But putting this on, this doesn't feel good. This armor.
No, I ditched it on mine. I ended up not even keeping it on because you're right. It's floppy, it's loose, and it clashes really hard.
I don't, even mind the clashing myself, but
It's an extremely
myself.
early '90s Mighty Ducks color scheme, which I mean I could kind of dig,
Kinda, yeah.
but
And yeah, like, knowing myself, I'll just get 2 of them anyway, so I'll have one without the armor and one with the armor permanently glued on.
why?
Because
Just get
OCD.
one.
long message
I
here.
also will get a version or a kit for every armor configuration of Barbatos, including the ones that aren't even officially a version.
Oops, I gotta log back into Streamlabs. Why that happened? Wodom Pod. Debated on getting this or the HD Astra Blue frame, but I wanted to try an Astra more than this for now, says Rolf Soldier. This Wodom Pod is weird, and I appreciate that. Also, 2AI donated $20. Thank you, 2AI. So is this even armor normal? The picture on screen doesn't look like it has any. No, so the picture on screen is it without the plus armor. This is extra stuff you can put on top of it. And in fact, you have to take the rudders off the back to put armor on. So this is bonus, but it's a stream, so why not do it, right? I probably wouldn't display this, but... and then Anonymous donated $10. Thank you, Anonymous.
This is theft. The HG Barbatos is absolutely worth it. It is a very nice.
The purple armor is for the combined mode with the other Re-Rise hero kits. Yeah, there's a whole thing where like there are like 4 kits, and you combine them all together, which is like the hero we need or whatever. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. It's all just a giant For Heavenly Kings reference, as per usual.
But yeah, we are almost done with this kit, and we'll do probably a little panel lining, but not much, and I'll just do that in my own time, and probably take off this purple armor for that. But yeah, on my streams, I barely got started on Monday with the Penelope high grade, which is the biggest box I have seen in a very long time that was not a perfect grade. That box is enormous.
I'm gonna wait until the Xi versus Penelope is on a discount and less than 120 bucks, and then I'll get it. That is the threshold I've set for myself. That's the most I'm willing to pay, and I want those effect parts.
Oh yeah, yeah. The effect parts are totally rad. So I totally understand.
Yeah, I don't like the Penelope, but I very much love the Xi, and the Penelope looks looks nice enough with the missiles.
Yeah. I mean, I like a big chicken. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'd shorten the neck of the chicken a bit and rearrange the thrusters. Then I think I'd like the Penelope a lot more. But
Yeah, I can see that. All right, so we got our, we're taking our fins off, our little side fins, in order to put some armor on the back, and then we will be complete here. We need B21. Yeah. But yeah, we are almost done with this kit. And yeah, there's a lot of giveaways this weekend. You know, if you've donated $5, you are open to those to be able to get that, which rules.
and there's Chuck with 272 people.
Oh, we just got
Oh,
rated.
baby.
Char
That's
just
our next
rated.
presenter, by the way.
Oh wow.
We're at 400 viewers.
Oh boy.
400 Charmy members.
Hey everybody.
The chat went explode.
I like that. Char was like, "Is it cool if I raid before this?" We were like, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that tomorrow." It's like, it'll not be the same number when I raid tomorrow.
No, it's okay, dude. Thank you.
But yeah,
That's the VTuber numbers.
but welcome everybody. Thank you
Hello.
for raiding. Jason, do you want to give the folks a rundown of what this is?
I would love to. So you are watching Plastic Model Weekenders, a 3-day build event of model kits, charity, and good vibes running through Sunday at like 11 o'clock, which is my last segment. I'm Jason. Pat Bear is joining us right now, streaming, finishing up the Wodom Pod, and we are raising money for Cure Alzheimer's Fund. It is a fantastic charity where I always mess up this pitch. I'm so sorry. Cure Alzheimer's Fund. They raise money for research projects designed to prevent, treat, and cure Alzheimer's disease. We've already raised $3,796 for Cure Alzheimer's Fund just today. And with a $5 minimum donation, you are automatically entered to win one of several prizes that we are giving away today on Friday. And since Char will be streaming through on Saturday, any donations that come in on Saturday will be for Saturday's prize pool, just something to keep in mind. If you donate on Friday, you're entered into Friday's prizes. Donate on Saturday, you're entered to Saturday's prizes. Donate on Sunday, you're entered to Sunday's prizes. Type !donate if you would like information on this. Again, no purchase necessary. Free entry is available to anybody that wants it per federal regulations and laws and things. So if you type !rules, you'll have access to all of the other information that you might need. No purchase necessary, blah, blah, blah. Guys, thank you for sticking around. Char will be joining us at the top of the hour as well. For building, I don't actually know what Char is working. Sharzaki, right. Makes sense. It's on brand.
Yes, it is very on brand.
All right, so this
There you go.
This is the Wodom Pod. We are now build complete, and we can spend the last little bit of time here on stream doing some panel lining on some of these colors here. So we can kind of do that. I can show you the Pat Bear quick and dirty method. I just stole it from other people's quick and dirty methods. It does come with its little stand, which right now it's standing up. But that's remarkable that this thing is standing up because its legs are weird. So I don't know how it would actually stand up long term. Also,
mine's standing without it. No, it is using its face.
Also, I'm gonna take. I genuinely don't like the. I like the purple. Now, we got $4 anonymous donation. Thank you very much, bringing us up to a round number. I believe. There.
3,800.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Now, will I save these pieces because they look kind of neat? I might save these pieces for some kind of kit bashing. But yeah, I don't particularly enjoy them. I think we're gonna do it like the photo that I have there. We're gonna do that style.
Which I think looks better too. The flight unit looks clunky and dumb.
I kind of like the only purple being on the eye sticker, which I think is fun. Also, I think this back sticker is unnecessary. Just give me that color in plastic. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, you can make that chunkier if you need to. that seems unnecessary. But
But plastic costs money, Pat.
It
We can't
does.
spend money in this economy.
you're right. So
Yeah.
what is the quick and dirty method, folks? We'll talk a little bit about that. Now, I am by no means an expert when it comes to panel lining, but here's the quick dirty method. We're going to use gray for our white because that's the color I like for that. I'm going to be hitting all of the little nooks and crannies on this. I'm going to be doing it fast. It's going to look bad, and that's okay because, as I said, it is the quick and dirty method. So I'm going to hit that right there, a bunch of these little crevices right there, and then I will go and take some people will use just their fingers. Some people use Q-tips. I am going to be using a high polymer eraser because you could just use your X-Acto blade to get rid of the dirty stuff that you don't want to look at because you have mild OCD. And then I'm just going to go and hit this with an eraser, hit into all the crevices, and all it leaves, and then it leaves a little bit of residue, which you can hit off with your finger, and all it's really going to leave after that is just some nice little lines that are just going to make the pieces pop, because that's all you're doing. You're just adding a little bit of effect. Well, it's not the slow and clean method, yes. But yeah, this method is just, it's I'm sure there are other people that will hit it with painstaking process that'll really go into deep painstaking. Yes, indeed.
I thought we still had to
I'm
donate
sorry.
funds.
But the nice thing about this is
I'll pay my pun taxes once the people in charge of the bank account are actually awake.
There you go.
but the nice thing about doing this is it doesn't take that long and you get immediate, very good results. Some colors, yeah.
No, it is 5:48 in the morning
Oh,
Why?
well,
Why are you not sleeping?
because I want to see Charles Segment.
Fair enough.
okay.
I'll be
Well, I want to see Pat Bear do panel lining. So
Well,
there.
thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
I also want to see that.
Craig, wait till 0400 to finish
Yeah,
off
like-
the speedrun.
If it was a day less, I'd have just said, like, if it were 36 hours or even 48, I'd say, okay, I'll power through, but 72 is too much.
No,
Yeah.
please, guys, get some sleep. You don't need to stay up forever. I mean, I know I
I'm
sure
not
am
gonna
gonna
stay
get a
up
little bit of sleep.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
here
stay up
for-
for 400.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, Jesse's our night shiftman.
I'm here until at least.
Yeah.
Cool.
Same. I'm gonna pass out during Jaskell and Zacharias and then rejoin at the end of Zacharias to co-host Nelson's segment.
Oh, nice.
I have a feeling that I'm still gonna end up waking up before the next presenter switches, just to be safe. Not that I don't trust you, Jesse. I'm just paranoid about everything.
It's fine. I
That's
understand.
valid.
Because nothing could possibly go wrong on a stream run by twitch.tv/PatGunpla.
So, hello, Char.
Hello.
Hello, Char.
Hello!
Hello.
Hi, Char.
Excited.
Oh.
I am also excited. I'm very excited. Plum Build Report, I absolutely sleep. I need the sleeps. I am a sleepy boy all of the time.
Yeah, I'm
But I
gonna
won't go to bed right away.
finish this up, and then I'm gonna have a cool down, post-stream cool down by watching the stream some more, and then at
There
some
you go.
point I'll go to sleep, and then the stream will just keep happening, and that's okay, because that's the best thing about marathons like this is, hey, you're gonna miss some of it, but other people are gonna see it, and that's great, and then you'll come back,
Right.
and there'll be new memes that you didn't know about because something just wild will happen when you missed it, and you'll be like, I don't understand, and then you'll get a poor explanation of what's going on with it.
Yeah, or you just wander and see a whole bunch of F's in chat and you think, oh shit, my computer has crashed. Oh no, what is wrong? What is
Yes.
happening?
You'll think the stream died, but instead, we just feel bad for someone in chat that had a bad time.
The stream died along with my reputation. Looks good though, man. It's a fun little kit. I mean, the design
Yeah.
is still very fun.
It's got tiny arms. I mean, like, it's just got tiny little arms and weird legs, and it feels like someone was just like, well, there are Gundams out there, so this needs to be more than just a big ball.
It does have an excellent squat though in that picture though.
Yes. It's got a good
very
squat.
good power stance.
Yeah. You can do power kicks. Just nonsense. You can get some good posability in this because you're definitely going to be putting on a stand because it doesn't want to stand up.
Now I can't unsee it doing the Shia LaBeouf do it.
You are indeed correct.
All right.
Oh man, I love it.
That's...
They're just so great. And I'm
Yeah.
losing my voice. That's not a good sign.
No. All
It's
right.
almost like I've been yelling since like 1 o'clock. It's the Mechanic War streams all over again.
I mean, I do feel you, Tux. Like, just a proper 144 Wodom would be pretty cool.
Mm. But that is the thing about build divers and build fighters and all of that is that you end up with not the same kit that you would have gotten originally, but you wouldn't have gotten that kit anyway. So you get this one, and it's like,
Yeah.
cool, we got something that I like.
Yeah,
You get this thing and you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
definitely. Like, I've said it earlier, but I really wish they, at some point, like, just gave the G-Savior game some love, because that has some absolutely amazing designs in it.
Because they've also done that, and weirdly, not that particularly, you know what I mean? But like, obviously, we have the the Iron Blooded Orphans 2 Gundams from the mobile game.
Yeah, all around.
There's that is it RX-786 or 5 that's from the Sega Saturn
Madrock.
video game?
Yeah, the Madrock.
Yeah, that's just like, why is that a master grade?
Master Grade?
Yeah, that's a master grade.
Grade of
G5
that.
and G6 are the
Yes.
Mudrock.
Okay, yes, that's what I meant. Yes.
No, G4, G5.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes.
Those are from Space to the End of Flash. It's a very nice little manga. I read it a while ago.
$20 before the end, and Pat will have to open another pack. Yes, so for folks that joined us on the raid, thank you for coming on the raid. My incentive this stream was every $50 that is donated during mine, from when we started to the end, I would open a pack of random cards from movies, TV shows, trading card games. I ran out of that. So now it's whatever's left, it adds on to me doing a YouTube video where I will purchase more random packs and open more. So, as we kind of get towards the end of the stream, oh, thank you for the follow. Again, for folks that are not me, that are like, oh yeah, I'll use Streamlabs, you want to deactivate your other Streamlabs notifications if you want the donations to come in. But also, I'm not going to say stop following, because
No, I
please.
posted the link in there for a reason.
please give me a follow. I just forgot to do that. So obviously I'm going to do this more on my own time, but I did want to get a little panel lining in while I was here because we had the time. And I do
Last
think,
book, once
yeah.
it says let's put the cards out on the table, it's almost the end.
Okay, yeah, that's a good call. We don't need brown for any of this. I just had it. But yeah, I'm going to take this apart, really panel line it, get underneath all of this for angles no one will see. Got to do all the weapons and stuff. This I probably won't. I might hit with the black. I probably won't. Maybe hit with the gray. But yeah, all right. So let me find all these cards. So we've got Yu-Gi-Oh cards of various assortments. We've got too many duplicates of these WWE cards. Just
That was hilarious.
just so many trash cans and so many Zack Ryders. Just so many.
It's almost like it was trash.
One Warrior card.
Called Trash Can. Not
Yeah.
Trash Can.
Wrappers here. Oh, I don't remember this TV show, so this was weird. Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, but one of them was in 3D and it came with this little 3D thing, which is I did not know was in there, and I love. More Yu-Gi-Oh. No, sorry. This was Bloodlines, DC's failed attempt at launching a new heroes. More. There we go. Bow Hopper, very good Yu-Gi-Oh card. Dragon Ball cards that I'm definitely going to dig up and save some of these because they're great.
Yeah, we got Vegeta.
Yes, we got a Vegeta. We also had that Krillin with white pant, just Krillin, just white shirt, white dress shirt, white pants, black belt, kicking at somebody. All of these Superman cards this one being my favorite, the Daily Planet Superman is Back card. That's cool. More of those. Just this card game that only came out 2 years ago and is already done this Transformers card thing with one giant card. Why is there a giant card? And let's see what else we got. Batman. I'm so glad I have 2 of these because they're great. Lots of Batman cards. And then I forgot these were on the bottom because they're terrible. Death Watch 2000, which was a way to string together a bunch of new products for this one comic company that also made Bucky O'Hare. That was their big success. And then they were like, let's make 90s comics, and then people were like, no. So this is literally there's a couple of the comics didn't come out before they folded. This was their last big push, and it was met with crickets. So they literally didn't finish their crossover comics. But yeah, this is all of that. I'm gonna go to this to say I'll go over here. I thank you very much for being here. Thank you for everybody that donated. Raised a ton of money. We're at 3,800, which is a great, nice number to end on. I need to buy more packs, and then I will make a YouTube video where I open them. So thank you very much, everybody that was here, and thank you to everybody that was hanging out here in chat, both voice chat here on Discord, and thank you to everybody that hung out in chat. Thank you to all my community folks that hung out. Some of them are throwing my emotes in the chat now, which is very nice of you. I'm gonna thank you for the follow. I'm gonna turn things back over to the processing thing, and then a little bit Char will take over and build a Zaku.
Yeah.
A Char Zaku, no less.
Yes.
On brand.
All right. So
Thank you very much, Pat Bear, for coming by.
yeah, thanks for having me, everybody. I'll be in chat
seriously,
throughout
this
the
was
weekend.
A lot of fun, man.
I'll be in chat, and I hope to see y'all in the future. Bye, everybody.
Sounds good, man.
Bye.
Have a good one.